Hey everyone, how we doing today? Nice to see ya. What's going on, Luca, Kyoko, and Capybara? How are we? Nice to see you all. Thanks for liking on the way in. And a big shout out to the million other viewers that are quietly lurking in the background. So glad you all could make it. What's going on today, everybody? What you got planned for the weekend? What games you playing? What'd you have for breakfast? How we doing? How's life? What's up, Justa? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Little old me. What do I got going on? Not a whole lot. What's up, Harbodermen? Welcome to the stream. Let's see. We're getting into the weekend here. I had a pretty long week at work, so I'm excited. Excited to get some relaxation time. What's up, Ramu? Thank you. You're very kind. I woke up 30 minutes ago and my day is in shambles. I read that as my dad is in shambles. What's poor dad going through? What'd you do to him? What's up, Duck? How are you? Nice to see you. Please don't call me babe. That's weird. That's a level of parasocial interaction I don't appreciate. You're over there. I'm over here. Let's keep it that way, huh? You forgot me. I haven't forgotten anybody. I haven't forgotten anybody. Ban the duck. Nah, Justin's good people. We keep Justin around. See, I remember. How you been, brother? I haven't seen you in a while. I had a test on Friday, even though it was the second day of school. I'm trying to think of what they would even be testing for on the second day of school. It would have to be like a let's see where you're at test, right? I would hope, anyway. That they're like, okay, so we're at the beginning of the class. I need to find out our literacy level. Let's take a test so I know how smart you dumb kids are. Been good, but love checking in on you every so often. Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. What have you been up to? What are you doing these days? It was just safety stuff in bio. Oh, so they're making sure that you don't like throw hydrochloric acid onto your arm or something like that, or accidentally make mustard gas with cleaning supplies. You gotta be safe. Yeah, you gotta know how to do all the experiments and stuff, you know? What's up, Bill? How are you? What do you got going on today? Hi, Luca. I already said hello to you. Why are you saying hello to me again? You get one hello. I work in outdoor education, so the same thing, but now I'm getting the big boy roles like program head and director. That's lit. Is that through the Boy Scouts or is it a different thing? Is it camp work or just returned from Maine as a program head of outdoor skills? That sounds fun. I miss doing stuff like that. Yo, love the Osaka video. Thank you, Calm Winds. I appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching it. Playing Big Steppy later today. See, Bill has friends to play Big Walk with. I'm not one of them, apparently. He doesn't want to play Big Walk with me. But he has friends to play Big Walk with. I don't. Except for Skippy. Skippy would play Big Walk with me because Skippy's a real friend. I have a lovely chai latte this morning. A nice traditional masala chai. We're going to be playing some Dread Delusion today. Played it last stream. For those of you that were there, or were not there even, I'm trying to make a wizard character, but so far, I'm like 3 hours into the game and I have 2 spells and neither of them are like combat or world affecting. They're like util. Well, actually, hang on. I did get the enslavement spell, but the enslavement spell doesn't scale with my magic. It scales with charm, so I don't even know if I'll be able to use it because my charm is 5. So I'm gonna go play a Minecraft MMO like the D-Gen I am. Have fun, babe. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Doc. Appreciate you, Justin. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Glad you're doing well, brother. Miss you. I got peaked to play with my friends, and then they stop as soon as I got it. Oh, no. Sorry to hear that. I can recommend a step or two to get a normal spell. That might be good, because otherwise I feel like I'm going to spend like 3 hours searching for a spell and not get one. And I'm not going to stop dumping points into willpower. I just won't. I might make it into a game as a VA. That's cool. I wish you luck. Sending your message twice doesn't make me more likely to see it, by the way. I mean, in a very technical sense it does, but it also doesn't. Oh my god, I didn't see the Jesus, the achievement I got for the last quest I did in Dread Delusion is quite intense. Hang on.
Our world is long since shattered.
I'm gonna get past the cutscene. Okay. So the achievement I got, no going back. In Pwill's Sacred Shroom, make a choice that will damn the region to obsolescence. Damn. Well, at least I know now. I wondered if the whole, like, oh, if you do this, the mushroom will die thing was real. I guess it is. But it's better than bringing back the gods, I think. The gods don't seem very nice. That was the reason I made the choice that I made. Consequences are based. We love consequences. Okay, I could explore around this town a little bit more. Let me remember how to use the controls. So that switches my items. Spells was controls. I think X does my weapons, but I only have one weapon. I played an anti-theist my first time through. I mean, I'm just going off the fact that the gods did not seem very chill. I feel like that's probably a good direction to go in. Based, I guess, really just on what the border guy told me. I've gotten 25 kills. Alright, I could look around this town a bit more to see if I can find, I don't know, anything that might lead to a quest, or a spell. Does old boy Coal Witch have anything? Welcome back. What can old Coal Witch do for you? I'm looking for some Darkstar mercs. I need to explore the Orneric Isles. Coalwitch taps his nose. Ah, Inquisition business, eh? Don't worry, old Coalwitch can keep a secret. Well, you might try asking Nud, who's the hired muscle over at the Scry Shroom Company. Gotta say, he's a prickly fella, and I've never gotten on with him too well, but I know he used to work for the Dark Stars. But to be honest, I doubt you'll find out much in Old Polwyn. In Old Pwill, you'll be wanting to reach Hallowtown and Hallowshire to the south. There's a Union Council building and a bustling dock there. All sorts of sky ships lay anchor. But to pass over the Union Gate Bridge, you'll need an apostatic Union passport. Each one will grant you passage over a single bridge. Wait, what? I already got his passport. The passport only works for one bridge? That doesn't seem like a very good passport. That's more like a visa, I feel like. Quick question, what are your thoughts on Yuno from Black Clover? I think he's a nice guy at heart, although he's a bit of a dick towards Asta. I think he's a good guy. I don't think he's a dick towards Asta. I think that's just how his actions are perceived by the audience. Asta never seems to be bothered by the things that Yuno does, because Asta knows who Yuno is at heart. But I don't know, I didn't find him to be a particularly interesting character. He's kind of, I would say, generically like a good boy all-rounder. It's not so bad since he's not the main character. As long as that kind of character is not the main character, it doesn't affect the story as much, but I just don't find him very interesting. Is this the mayor's house? By the way, I was doing voices for all of the characters last stream, But there's a ton of characters and a ton of reading in this game, so I think I'm just going to be reading normally. I apologize. I actually really enjoy voicing characters when I play games, but it puts my throat through the works. After a 3-hour stream, my last stream, my voice was like shot, and my throat was like sore the next day. It's probably because half of the voices I do for characters are straining on my throat, but, you know. Man, these signs for where you are and are not allowed to go sure are subtle. Oh, hey, it's Lud! He's still alive! Oh, it's you. I still can't forgive you for interrupting the digestion, but seeing how relieved my mother was to have me back, I suppose I wasn't as worthless as I thought. I don't know what will happen to Puil. Makes me sad to think of it not being here in the future, but maybe we can find somewhere else to call home. We're never getting him to read public domain books for audio books for Patreon at this pace, chat. You never know. My girl and I really enjoyed this anime called The Fable. Have you seen it? No, I haven't. I don't think I've even heard of that one. I don't remember who Finral is. The woman sits with her eyes closed, a pained expression on her face. Various medallions and necklaces hang around her neck, suggesting she holds some important position here in Puil. She mutters under her breath, "Flames, oh the flames, we have to douse the flames." Is everything okay? Ah! She looks at you with a frenzied intensity at her gaze. What are you doing? You've got to get out of here. The Nautilob will burn you alive. What the fuck is a Nautilob? What's your opinion on piracy? Nuanced and complicated and difficult to concisely deliver. I see those signs whenever I walk around the conservative part of town. I bet you do. The teleportation guy from the Black Bulls. That only vaguely makes me remember what you mean. I really, like, most of the characters in Black Clover were extremely forgettable. Dude, you got no idea the amount of time I have researched your Golden Comedy videos. I'm assuming you mean, like, watch them. And thank you, Virat. That's very kind. I think I'm glad to hear you enjoy them. You played Disco Elysium? Not yet. No, I will. It's been on my list for a while. I'm actually getting close to a point that I will actually boot it up. I don't think the Somalis should pirate, but I also understand the economic conditions that lead to it. What are you talking about? Can't you see it? The monster rising above the flames? Oh, the horror. We have to... She stops mid-sentence and blinks slowly. After a moment, she says, nothing's on fire, is it? No. Oh, how embarrassing. I'm terribly sorry. You caught me in the middle of a divination. Oh, she was doing the shrooms, wasn't she? Oh, how... my name's Olwyn, mayor of this humble village of Puil. How do you do? Are hallucinogenic drugs part of your mayoral duties, or... She blinks at you. Well, of course! Hallucinogenic drugs are our main export here in Puil. It would be remiss of me not to partake. I wonder if, American politicians feel that way about Fent. You see, I have found myself presented with quite the dilemma. It's really nothing to worry about, so please don't cause a fuss. I have the whole thing quite under control. I was merely indulging in a scripture meditation to divine what manner of threat this giant monster could pose, and it turns out it's really not a problem at all. She gulps. What's this about a giant monster? Oh, it's not common knowledge. She looks genuinely relieved. I thought the whole town would be talking about it by now. You see, a small mercenary band has made certain, demands. No, I don't mean Vela's Dark Stars. This lot are much less, accomplished, which makes it a lot more puzzling how they gotten their hands on a giant Nautilob. What's a Nautilob? She waves her hand dismissively. Just a Sky Realms mollusk that you find around these parts, especially easily recognizable by their big shells. But I had absolutely no idea they could get this big. Those mercenary scoundrels are threatening me with their huge Nautilob. They claim they'll sack the town if I don't comply with their absurd demands. I really don't want to cause a panic in the town, so I'm at a loss for what to do. But if someone could sneak into their fortress to the southeast and ascertain whether this Nautilob thing has any weakness we could exploit, well, let's just say that person would find themselves firmly within my favor. What if those mercenaries were to disappear? Oh, well, that would be quite the tragedy. The idea of more blood being spilled on Puilian soil is a horrible thought. Her eyes narrow. But of course it would rather solve the problem here, wouldn't it? And with so little funds to hire guards, it would be awfully hard to catch the perpetrator of such a crime. She smiles suddenly. Oh, but pay me no mind. I'm merely thinking aloud. Now, was there anything else? Do you have a map? Do you like Mega Man games? I've only played Mega Man 8, which is a weird one to have played first. And I didn't like it, but I also know that it's not like a good representation of the series, so I don't have an opinion on it yet. Okay, but I really want to request you make a video talking about the stuff you skipped in your Golden Kamuy videos. Nah, it's not gonna happen. No, the videos are 5.5 hours long and no one watched them. I can't justify putting more investment into Golden Kamuy at this point. I'd love to. I'd love to be a Golden Kamuy guy, but it's not gonna happen. The main issue I had with their Golden Kamuy videos is that due to how long they are, my brain leaked most of the information, but I do remember most of it. I guess you gotta watch it again, like 8 more times. Looking for Dark Star mercenaries. Oh, please, if I hear one more word about those bloody Dark Stars, she shakes her head. We've always had our fair share of miscreants attracted to Quill. It turns out it's not only poets and horticulturists who are attracted to the solitude of the countryside. But then that wretched Vela Kalos moved in with her cohorts. You wouldn't believe the type of scoundrels we had prancing up and down our idyllic cobbled streets. She sighs. And now on top of everything else, we have the Inquisition raiding the island. So I'm sorry, but if I have dealings with those ruffians, I really can't help you. But if you have dealings with those ruffians, I really can't help you. Maybe you'll have better luck with someone else around town. I know Nut has done some jobs for them. You can usually find him in the local shop. Why don't you try bothering, asking him about it? Where can a bitch get a map? I'm being given a lot of directions. Go to the south to get to the Hallow Shire. Go, was it southeast for the mercenary base? But I don't have a damn map, so I don't know what direction to go. I feel like the boat guy might have a map. Real question on the map. Maybe you could give me a vague hint in the form of a riddle or metaphor instead of telling me directly. Do you have a damn map? What does the guild do? She takes a sharp and take a breath as if the question was particularly confounding riddle. Well, we oversee the transfer of goods, impose tariffs, check for contraband, that sort of thing. Pool is a pretty quiet place, so we don't usually get much traffic. Once a week, a merchant ship, usually a cog or a sloop, comes from Hallow Town with exports from the Union Heartlands. Maybe once in a while we'll get a dhow from Al Asfara. And after we unload their goods, what do they want? Scry shrooms. Always fucking scry shrooms. I swear, if I have to winch one more crate of this stuff. Okay, she doesn't have maps. Are you making any anime videos? Not at the moment. Right now, all of the videos I have in the works are either video game or travel related. What are your thoughts on the Berserker Rage trope? The main issue I have with it is that 9 out of 10 times it's mostly used once and that's it. Yeah, I guess I would agree with that. I don't know. I can't honestly think of a lot of examples of characters even doing it, but I think I kind of like the idea of a character that has just poor anger issues and flies into a rage here and there. Poor anger management, I should say. Hey! Some mercenaries are threatening Poe with a giant Nautilab. He lets out a single chuckle. You mean that bunch of idiots down in the ruins? Don't make me laugh. Firstly, they're hardly fit to call themselves mercenaries. The mayor hired them to clear out monsters from the forest, a trifling task, and the show they put on was more fitting of a comedy troupe than professional sellswords. And secondly, there's no such thing as a giant Nautilab. At least I've sailed far and wide in my time and never even heard of one larger than a silk slug. So the idea that those buffoons managed to capture one is preposterous. I'm guessing the mayor's asked you to look into the matter, Well, if I were you, I'd make use of your wits before drawing your sword. I sense there's some trickery at play here. Looking for some former Darkstar mercenaries. He narrows his eye. Oh, is that so? Well, your motives better be pretty fucking congenial, because it's no secret that I'm a former Darkstar merc myself. Of course, I haven't sailed with them in years. I left after the mutiny, once it became clear that Vela's ambition, once so intoxicating, were likely Ambitions once so intoxicating were likely to get us all killed. He cleared his throat. Well, out with it then. Exactly who are you looking for? Who's Jack Basalt? Tell me about Velikalos. He chuckles heartily. Oh, now that's a good one. You're just going to stride up to the boss lady herself and claim that Union bounty, are you? Now, don't get me wrong. I never really knew that woman. I was too low ranked to be clinking my tankard with her. But I've been privy to some of her deeds. And, well, let's just say you don't ever want to cross swords with Velikalos. As for where she's gone, I haven't the slightest idea, and I wouldn't tell you if I did. That woman has plans and motions that I couldn't begin to comprehend, and I won't be found complicit in trying to thwart her efforts for the sake of my own neck. I'm meeting with Jack Basalt? Who's that? Oh, good old Jack? He smirks. In the Union, they call him Shame of the Navy after he abandoned his rank and station to join Vela's merry band. In battle, the man was a demon. When his voice bellowed across the deck of a skyship, sword raised high, you made sure to heed it. But below decks, he always found time to share a drink with those under his command. Learning their names or troubles, not every merc captain does that. Of course, I don't know if that's thanks to a kind heart or his weakness for the strong stuff. Let me guess, you're meeting in a pub, right? He grins. Who's Jack Basalt? I don't remember that. I was going to meet with him? Destroyed Manor, northeastern side of Hallowshire. Meeting with Vela's former quartermaster in the Wobbly Noggin pub in Hallowshire, past the Union Gate Bridge. Who told me to do that? I don't remember that. Jack is the contact you were told about from the coffin lady. Oh, okay. One must find themselves at the lowest point in Mushroom Forest to be without a map, but that just flows from base principles, so the cartographers say. Okay, so lowest point, I'm thinking that's the giant Nautilob, by the way. The dude that we can see from the other side, from just from here, from town. That mercenary guy is like, yeah, no, that shit doesn't exist, brother. That's fake. Brother, go outside. What's your opinion on Black Clover as a series? I remember watching it, but I stopped a while ago. I thought it was perfectly fine. It was just a very safe series that didn't do anything particularly wrong and didn't do anything particularly right. It's just another shonen. One must find themselves at the lowest points in Mushroom Forest to be without a map. But that just flows from base principles, so the cartographers say. Lowest point, I'm thinking, is maybe not referring to like a physical location, but more of a state of being. Perhaps. What's this building? Is there a farm out here? Who's this? Hello. The farmhand sits aimlessly watching into the mushrooms. Busy day? You startled the farmhand. Oh, Emir wasn't slacking off. No, it's just that very much to do around here lately on account of the poor shroom yield. Each year the harvests get leaner and leaner. Dwin says it'll be fine, but I don't think he believes it. Last time I took Scryshroom, I saw a vision of Quill, barren and bare. The house is all ruined. Honestly, unless we do something, this town ain't got much of a future, I reckon. I'll leave you to it. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, this is just a mill, I think. So he doesn't own the land, he's just a farmhand. Where's the farmer? One must find themselves at the lowest points in the Mushroom Forest to be without a map. That just flows from base principles to so the cartographers say. That flows from base. Maybe he's talking about a river. A river flowing to the basin of the Mushroom Forest, which would be down there. Are we playing the game where we are just a severed head? I mean, I can't see my legs, so it's certainly possible I am. I needed to go back to the officer guy whose name I forget, because I have tea for him. So let's go visit him. Oh, is this guy the cartographer? Oh my, what's all the commotion over yonder? I appear to be quite lost. I bought a map of these oniric isles back in Ryova, but it seems to be decades out of date. Trouble with these fringe islands, every few decades they float into different positions. Take my advice, traveler. If you're looking to explore, make sure to find an accurate map. Where would I find an accurate map? Or do you know where I can find a map? Well, I noticed that the Erudite Academy is flying over Hallowshire to the south of here. Can you see it up there in the sky? Travels all over the Apostatic Union, so I've heard. I met one of their scholars in a red tent in the forest underneath Quill Village. Here we go. Though I've seen them in other places too. Believe it or not, they're working on a map of the region right now, only it's not quite ready. Still, I'd try asking them. Worth a shot, eh? Okay, red tent underneath Quill Village, if they're still there. Let me give my tea to my old boy over here first. It's not yet active. What? Did they lock me out? Or did I not use... I didn't use that lift. I used a different lift. Some examples of what I was talking about earlier are Ryuko from Kill la Kill, Kazuya from Tsugumomo, Utena from Gom, and you guessed it, Sugimoto the Immortal. So I'd say, like, for Kill la Kill, I didn't think it was a problem, because for Kill la Kill, her like berserker state was her working through some shit, and her coming out of it was her reconciling, you know? So it makes sense that it doesn't happen again. You already know my feelings on Sugimoto's berserk's situation. So I'd say, yeah, it depends. It can be a one-off thing if it's like kind of shown narratively to be resolved. The problem I had with Sugimoto's berserk thing is that it didn't feel like it got resolved in that moment. Greetings, Confessor. Oh no, we're not doing voices anymore. If you stopped in for a little chat, how delightful. About that tea you wanted. I got you some Scryshroom tea. Ah, Confessor, this is exactly what I was looking for. How thoughtful of you. He removes from his belt a tiny metal teapot. He slips some loose tea in the filter, and to your surprise, you notice it already contains boiling water. If you'd be so kind as to wait a moment, Confessor, I really must let this brew. You wait for an uncomfortable few minutes in total silence while the Inquisitor stares at his miniature teapot. Finally, he seems satisfied. He pours the liquid into a cup and takes a sip. He frowns and is silent a moment. Confessor, this is... excuse me. Damn fine tea. He takes another sip. I've tried an extraordinary number of teas in my time, and this one was the best. My wife is going to love this. Please take this in recompense. Beads of sweat appear on the Inquisitor's forehead, and he seems to be staring at something only he can see. He mutters to himself, damn fine tea indeed. You think it's probably best to leave him be. He gave me something. I wasn't paying attention to the notifications on the top right. I should have. Is this completed quests? Yes, it is. What did he give me? Did he give me something just now? Ah, remarkable treasure. Something to sell, I guess. All right, now let's see if we can't find a red tent man with a map for me. And I think I know where to find the mercenaries. I'm pretty sure the giant fucker over there is the mollusk everybody's been talking about. The one that's definitely not real, right, Mr. Mercenary Man? It's a quest item, so I'm unsure if you can sell it. It's a quest reward, not a quest item. Does sprinting cause my stamina cap to go lower faster? Genuine question. It's just money, but it has some interaction with alchemy. I'm gonna make some gold with this fucker. As you spend stamina, you will lose max, so any action that does. So I shouldn't be sprinting everywhere. I should just take a leisurely walk, enjoy the sound of the music and the PS2 ambience. And we can just talk, you know? We can just talk and enjoy each other's company. Am I right, guys? All right, based off of Bill's cryptic hint. I'm going to continue to follow the river's flow as I look for this guy. That it may not have been Bill's intention with that, but it's what I'm going to go off of. But first, I'm going to explore whatever's going on here. If I fall in the river, I'm going to drown. This feels like a platforming challenge. It makes me feel like I'll drown if I'm not careful. Yes! I'm deluded! Alright. Do I keep sinking all of my points into wisdom, or do I put a couple somewhere else? It's very tempting to just keep dumping into wisdom. A little persona could be good too, though. You won't regret guile points. I guess that's probably where I get my movement, isn't it? So, like, the Golden Convoy vids didn't do well. In any case, I personally think they're some of the best videos you make, maybe right after the Vinland Saga one. I agree. I think the Golden Convoy series is, like, the best work I've ever done. But it flopped remarkably compared to my other videos, you know? I mean, it isn't flopping as bad as the Pan blog is, so I guess I can't complain too much. It's just a rough year for Mack, I guess. How many lockpicks do I have? Just 3. This is going to need a 5 or a 6 to get through. I really want in there, but... Oh, Jesus! Okay, I guess I didn't drown. Mack always puts out bangers. That's very kind of you, Bill. I wish I had that kind of confidence in my own work, but 'tis the artist's folly, I suppose. Okay, I'm not saying another way into that room. I don't know if spending all my lockpicks to get into that chest is going to be worth it. I'd like to think that it would, but without knowing what's in there, I just don't know. What other videos are you planning on making as far as anime and manga goes? Right now, I have nothing planned. Nothing solid planned, anyway. I guess I have some vague stuff that I'm not really ready to talk about yet. Oh, if I had Might 4, I could get through that. You think you'll ever do a full deep dive analysis of a manga/manga series, as in you go over all the story, characters, themes, authors, inspiration, etc. in immense detail? Pretty much that was Golden Kamuy. And I feel like the investment there wasn't a strong return on investment, so doing that kind of video continually, maybe not the best idea. Right now, I'm trying to focus on more limited scope videos that might be slightly safer bets, or at least, you know, not take a year to make to see little return for. Can I get through that window? No! What's your opinion of superhero movies? I enjoy them. They're fun to watch. I like a good Marvel movie. I don't like a bad Marvel movie, but I do like a good Marvel movie. They're just something to be entertained by for a couple hours, you know? Bill said I did just increase Guile. As if Guile was supposed to help me with this situation somehow. I'm trying to figure out how. Oh wait, Guile increases lockpicking, doesn't it? Forgot about that. Maybe you could do videos where you explain stuff about certain series, like the power system, characters, themes, etc. Oh. Oh! Oh! Oh my god! Oh! All that pussyfooting around and I rolled a nat 6 on a 6 lock. That's crazy! Holy shit! I got the chainmail coif! That's huge, actually. Finally, some armor. Holy fuck. Which genres / types of videos you make do the best, though? Videos where I bitch about something. Not really. I would say I don't really have one. I historically, videos where I talk about something I like and videos where I talk about something I don't like tend to do about the same. Which I'm very thankful for. But, you know, just generally, the videos that have done the best in the past are in my analysis videos. Actually, really not even that. Like, my travel video got... My first travel video, my Germany travel video, gets like 270,000 views. I don't know if I have a genre of video that does particularly well. I've gotten pretty lucky in the sense that a lot of things I've tried have done well. It's just this year that things haven't been going so smoothly. See you, Luca. Thanks for hanging out. We'll talk to you later, brother. Pull the knife out. Poorly timed parry. Oh, ow. Get fucked. Stupid frog. I gotta use these throwing knives more. Bill, do enemies respawn? I killed some frogs down here the last time I was down here, and I don't think they respawned. I don't see them. Keep following the river for now. Oh, I think that is that a red tent? The roof is reddish. It's kind of more like an orange color. Still, that might be what I'm looking for. They take a bit to respawn, but they do. Okay. You played Resident Evil series. I have played Resident Evil 2. And I liked it a lot. I had a lot of fun with it. I'm going to play Resident Evil 4 on stream at some point. Do you think live action manga / anime adaptations will ever be as good, or are they just destined to be forever dog shit? I mean, there have been some good ones. So no, I don't think so. I think it just depends on the director and the production company, whether or not they really care about what they're doing. Oh, this guy looks like a cartographer for sure. This dude's definitely a cartographer. Are you kidding me? Look at this cartographer ass dude. The scholar has one eye pressed to his looking glass. As you approach, he squints, takes a deep breath, and is suddenly still. Ah. Are you okay? Chew! As the scholar sneezes, he sprays a thick globule mucus over his looking glass lens. He wipes his face and looks perturbed. Gross. Nasty. You're a filthy person. These sniff bloody mushroom spores. Why did I have to be sent to Quill of all places to make this damned map? What's up, Hearts? How you doing? Catching a stream on time for once. Hey, everyone. Good to see ya. How are you? Nice of you to join us today. Can I get a copy of your map? Look, I don't have time to pander to everyone. The chief cartographer needs this urgently. They turn to look at you, then pause as if realizing something. Actually, you know what? Maybe you can have a copy, as long as you're willing to work for it. I can do that. What do you need? We're making a new kind of map. A magical map that tracks the shifting movements of these islands and corrects itself. The real work is with this cipher spell we're weaving together, but I need someone to go out and anchor the spell to specific landmarks. Take this cartography notebook. When you get to a landmark, equip it and use it to make a cipher chart. The map will show up in your journal. If you obtain a compass, you'll be able to see yourself on the map too. There are 4 scholars working on this map, including myself. Together we cover Hallowshire, the Endless Realm, the Clockwork Kingdom, and Quill. You should also visit my colleagues to see what landmarks they need. The most important region we need mapping is Hallowshire. I'll note those locations in your log, as I'm sure whoever marks them will be rewarded. Okay, got it. You're sure? Very well. So every time I've seen a pop-up that was like, this landmark seems important, I bet I needed to use that spell there, didn't I? So do I have a map now? Did he not give me the spell or the... He didn't even give me the fucking spell. Hang on. You get to a landmark, equip your cartography notebook. Oh, okay. Cartography notebook. What landmarks do you need for this region? The first one I was supposed to chart was the old god war fortress over there called the Blinding Light, only I heard it's infested with pirates and smugglers, so I was going to wait until I felt better. Then there's another fortress to the southeast of the island. Have you seen the huge creatures floating above it? No, that one will have to wait. And finally there's a sacred shroom, as the locals call it, to the northwest. Only that's the largest shroom I've ever seen, so it would surely destroy my sinuses. So how do I equip the cartography book? Where is that? Or will I be prompted when the time comes? Oh, it's probably in here. Yeah, here we go. I really want to make video essays as good as you, but whenever I look at the state of video essays on characters of series, I get a little discouraged. It's just me being stupid. No, I don't think so. I feel like the interest from internet viewers for video essays in that style is low right now. We had a really strong surge of interest a couple years ago, and now people are like, they've had their fill for a bit. But I don't think you should be discouraged by that kind of thing. When it comes to making videos, making art, whatever, you should just do what makes you happy and, you know, do your best to get people to see it. But what's most important is creative fulfillment. And if you're creatively fulfilled, I genuinely feel that interested parties will come. And as Bill is saying, just always make videos for yourself and no one else. I have always said to people, when I started making videos, I told myself that I would never be successful doing it. And I was okay with that and decided to do it anyway. If you can tell yourself, I will never be successful, and you still feel like you want to do it, then that to me says you should. Because you're doing it because it's something you enjoy, not because you're getting something out of it. If you go into this wanting to succeed or feeling that you should succeed, you're going to have a really hard time. It's going to be hard to find the right motivation and all that. If you can tell yourself and accept to yourself that you will never succeed and you still want to do it, that's to me an indicator that you ought to. It's not to say that you will never succeed. Maybe you will. But if you can believe that you will not and still be happy doing it, then I don't see why you shouldn't. Okay, so I need to... I don't have a map yet because... Oh, shit. What is in there? Is there a potion in there? Like a potion of some kind. It's not a normal stamina potion, I don't think. That's something unique. Is there more ways into this place? This door is definitely too strong for me to knock down. I only need a 4? I can maybe get that. Nice! Elixir of Regen. Temporarily boosts stamina regen. This potion enhances the body's natural functions, accelerating natural recovery. Should be used with care as it unintentionally accelerates aging as well. Oh. Just a little after effect there. Little side effect for you to know about. Is that a throwing? Oh, I got 3 lockpicks and I only spent 2? Nice! Assuming you two watch shows, you watch Shogun. I have not watched Shogun. I've heard of it. Heard it's good, but I haven't watched it. My stamina's really low right now. Ah, fucker. Oh my god, these guys are so fast if you're not careful. Oh my god, stop. The ambience in this game is pretty good. Pretty lit. I feel like I shouldn't try to take on this fortress given my current health and stamina state of being. Just go back to town, rest of the end, and then take a crack at it, perhaps. I'm fatigued now. Yeah, this isn't a good time for that. Hello. Do you have a bed I can borrow? Nice monolith, dude. Stop right there. The man brandishes a particularly rusty sword in your direction. You're not ticking, are you? No metallic limbs, leaky joints? Why would I be ticking? Because you might be a mechanical contraption hiding in the skin of a person. He gasps for air and blinks at you. Well, don't look at me. I'm daft. It's a perfectly look at me like I'm daft. It's a perfectly reasonable suspicion. Allow him to continue. He prods you a few more times. God, well, I'll admit it, you don't seem like a mindless killing machine from that blasted Clockwork Kingdom. It's just since the attacks have been pretty jumpy. Can you tell you about the machine that's been bothering you? Aye, by mechanical monstrosities. He frowns at you. And don't laugh, I'm being sincere. They've been coming from the east where the snow's been falling. Funny thing, it never used to snow here. At first, they were just little things, but lately, one huge metal bastard has taken to tending my crop shrooms with its weapons. If I try to shoo it away, it attacks. I could try to shut it down for you. You would? Oh, I'd be mighty appreciative if you managed to do it. There'd be some coin in it for you. The machine seems to lurk in the snow-tipped mountain to the east. Simplest way of dealing with it would be to smash it to pieces, but its armor will deflect any blow that ain't strong enough. So I need good might. So maybe there's some way of shutting it down. There were a couple of suspicious container crates that fell in the forest around here. Interesting. Does this guy have a bed I can borrow? He does. And he's not going to be bothered by me using it right now? Do you read American comics? Occasionally. Not super often. Okay, so those are the mountains that he was talking about. I'm guessing. I'm going to the fortress to start with. We're going to try to deal with the giant mollusk. I'd love to make a living out of making videos. I'm just starting out though, so let's see. Do it to have fun first and foremost. Because if you don't enjoy it when you're not successful, then you won't enjoy it when you are successful either. So that's the most important part. This looks like an interesting landmark. Okay, so now we go here, and what's the button? R. Nice! A chart you created in the cartography notebook. This chart is enchanted with cipher to magically update even if the landscape changes. You can give it to an academy scholar to gain a reward. I'm mapping! Oh hell yeah, I've got map now! Oh, and there's quest markers and everything. How far does it zoom in? Jesus. Why does it zoom in like that? Oh, it doesn't zoom in. It's going up or down. I see. Wait, shit. Where's... There it is. Okay, nice. Based. Finally, map. This might not be the best entrance to this place. Depends on if this guy immediately attacks me or not. Stop right there. This is the esteemed mercenary company headquarters of the Rotten Onions. None may pass that authorization from our captain, John Birdbark. Who's with that giant monster? Oh, it's a giant Nautilus. Pretty scary, huh? He leans close and chuckles, but you don't quite get the joke. You see, the mayor of Quill hired us to do a job, but she's refusing to pay up, so we're going to sack the place unless she hands over the coin. What kind of name is Rotten Onions? It's a very fine name, I'll have you know. Birdbark is an esteemed scholar and battle wizard, as well as our captain. Oh, maybe he has spells. It's his reasoning that it's a name designed to strike fear in our enemies. And how does that work? Well, it's semiotics, see? Like words and their meaning and stuff. Yes, but why do onions strike fear into the hearts of your enemies? The guard tilts his head and scratches his jaw. Well, people don't like onions, see? They make you cry, and rotten ones are even worse. Never mind, I give up. The guard nods, absolutely satisfied. I want to get inside your headquarters. Well, you can't, he scratches his jaw, unless you get us the mayor's ledger. My charm's not going to work on this guy. I have no charm. And how can I get this ledger? Well, I'd sneak in at night while the mayor's asleep, of course, then bring it back to me, and you'll officially be a friend of the Rotten Onions. I'm just a huge fan of the Rotten Onions. I'd love to see where you work. Yeah, that figures. I'm not falling for that one. Not again, anyway. That's all I wanted to know. Okay, I'm guessing this is the only entrance, but it would behoove us to take a quick look around, I think. Just to be sure. No charm, no riz. 0 riz, actually. I'm an accomplished wizard with no spells and absolutely no riz because I spent all my time studying, but I didn't learn any spells when I was studying. Do I want to be friends with the mercenaries? Probably not. I mean, I don't know what benefit there would be to being friends with them other than maybe I would get access to their giant mollusk. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Maybe there is a back entrance. Oh. Ooh. Maybe with the right guile. Maybe with a little careful stepping I can get in there. A stamina potion for little old me. I hear drums over there. I'm curious about it, but I'm busy doing this right now. Oh, hang on. There's so many ways to distract oneself on an island like this, isn't there? Surprisingly, jumping doesn't seem to take any stamina. What do you think that giant energy orb in the middle of all the islands is anyway? You think Goku's fighting somebody? You think that's what's going on? Okay. Okay. Alright. I got this. Maybe one day the wizard will find his spell. One can hope. Alright! Oh, but then I have to get past the door. I need a 6. Oh. Oh. Oh! Yes! I want to get some lockpicks from my... Oh shit, I'm already caught. I'm already caught. That took all of 2 seconds. Hey. Is he calling attention to him? Is he calling his friends? I might have fucked up pretty bad just now. Fuck. I got all his shit back. What's he? Oh, he's got more potions, I think. Is it like a feint when he does that? It's supposed to be like a feint. Okay, these guys have a lot of health. Ooh, bunch of lockpicks! More lockpicks! Oh my god! What the? Someone's shooting at me. Oh my god, they got good aim. And they can fire quite fast. Where are they? I'm alerting the whole base. I'm the worst stealthman ever. Wait, they lost me for a second. Hang on. If I wait down here long enough, they might lose me again. Okay, now we can get a stealth attack in. Fuck yeah. I'm gonna be full of lockpicks in a second. I gotta find something to break some against so I don't hit the cap. Okay, so there's that guy over there. Is there anyone down here where I'm walking right now? It doesn't seem like it. If we're quick, I can get up these stairs before that guy turns around, I think. Although my crouched movement speed isn't great. I don't know if there's actually any benefit to me going up here. I just assume there would be. I mean, it's a big, tall tower in a fortress. There's got to be something up here, right? Like a door to break some lockpicks against. Nice! Oh my god, I'm insane. Oh shit, he noticed me immediately, didn't he? Yep, he's casting spells. He's casting spells. Oh fuck. Did you ever want to become a writer in one point in your life? No. Writing has never really been something I was particularly interested in. Maybe one day we'll agree on what an imsim is. Oh god. Oh god, Skippy, don't do it. Skippy, no! I think I just gotta go in there and do it. I gotta rip the band-aid off. Just get in there. Oh my god. Oh, that's like half my health. Oh, Jesus. Oh, good god. Okay, he doesn't have a ton of health on his own. I just gotta... Yes! Hugely big mode. Give me a spell. The desk contains a number of scrawled notes, mostly pertaining to illusion spells. From what you find here, you can surmise that someone was trying to cast an illusion of a significant scale. There are also numerous anatomical sketches of Nautilobs. It seems that the giant monster isn't at all what it seems. It was a trick the whole time. Oh my god, I was fooled. I was fooled. I couldn't even see through the illusion spell. I'm the worst magician on earth. I don't even have any spells. Some kind of secret here. Something open. Ha ha ha. Nice. Maybe one day we'll agree on what an RPG is. No! No! Don't ask me that question! No! Fine ore. This battle mage didn't have any spell books lying around? Fuck. I was really hoping for one. Should I sleep in his bed? And close the door before I do, so no one steals my coins again. Someone still might. This isn't like a safe place to sleep, but I'm low on health. This bed is owned by someone else. Fuck! Well, never mind then. He didn't have a lot of health. His spells just dealt a fuck ton of damage. Okay, so I guess I kind of did what I came here to do, because like now I can tell the mayor that it's just an illusion, it's not real. So I don't know if there's like a ton of value in me sticking around here. I could try to gather some more items by taking down the other mercs. I think I could pretty easily get a stealth attack on that guy. And then I don't even really have to fight him. If I have to fight them, it's kind of problematic because I'm a little weak right now. But if I can get... I'm going to backtrack, actually. Hang on. Because he's about to turn around. Yeah. I'm gonna be very slow here, but we're gonna wait for him to come all the way back around and stare out on the balcony the way he was a minute ago, because that's prime ass stabbing scenario. Skippy, what do you got going on today? How are you, brother? Look at that. Primed for an ass stabbing. You didn't even get to use your potion, fool. You poor bastard. That's the fakest shit I've ever seen right there. I've never seen something so fake in my entire life. That shit ain't real at all. Look at that. Fakest shit I've ever seen. There ain't no big mollusks. I'm not so dumb to think that. Almost like it's a delusion. How dare you say that about me? I have no idea how, like, the detection system regards railings like this. If it considers it a wall, or if it considers it something that enemies can see through. I think I could very easily sneak up to this fella and ass stab him if I'm careful enough. I know they're gonna turn, so I'll wait. Now we go. Now we go. Now we go. Get stabbed in the ass. Fucking idiot. Oh god, there's another one. Hey Andres, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking it on the way in. I appreciate that. Good to see you today. How are you? Where's this other where's this other fuck? Oh god. Can I get up to them fast enough? Might be better for me to wait for them to turn around again. Turn around and go the other way. Come on, fucker. What the fuck? Where did you come from? Oh, I guess they came around this corner, didn't they? I didn't realize that they would. As every combatant knows, getting yourself into a corner is the way to go. Nice. The Pastatic Union now considers you accepted. Let's go. You got a lot of health. Shuriken. A deadly thrown weapon. The shuriken is both more dangerous and more difficult to manufacture than a simple throwing knife. Ah. Nifty. The bad onions are now diced by the spell-less wizard. I'm a battle mage who's more battle than mage. What is your opinion of the PS1 style aesthetic? I like it. It's a good look. Where would my return home spell send me right now? Would it send me back to town, or... I think so. That's the last one I visited, right? Pog. See, the wizard build didn't turn out as expected. I just haven't found any spells yet, that's all. As soon as I find some spells, it'll be great, because I have a shit ton of points put into wisdom, but right now I just don't have any spells. Oh, is it nighttime? Isn't it still like the morning? What's up, Amino? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. And Amiyo. Sorry, I misread that. Amiyo. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. How many coins do I have? Am I running out of coins staying at the inn? No. 2 coins isn't much. Okay, it is nighttime right now. So time does pass naturally. Or maybe it passed when I teleported. Oh, Mayor! Ah, you're back, she sighs. I suppose I have a few moments to talk. You don't have to worry about that giant Nautalob anymore. Oh, really? Why, this is splendid news. Please tell me the details. The Nautalob was an illusion, nothing more. Oh my. Really? I can't believe I didn't think of that. So the town is saved? We're not going to burn alive? Hurrah! Anyway, please take your reward along with my heartfelt thanks. You've done Quill a fine service today. I'm a fan of your videos on One Piece adaptation, Nisekoi and Demon Slayer. Any plans to make more like those? Certainly. I don't know when exactly, but certainly, yes, eventually. I don't have any concrete plans I could share with you right now, but generally, yes. Oh, that X isn't a quest marker. It's me. That's where I am. I see. Well, if I ever find a merchant, I have some stuff to sell. I'm guessing this tree will count as a landmark, right? No? Yes, it does. See, the problem is I got a bunch of notifications for like landmark locations while I was traveling around, but at the time I didn't have the book, so I don't I don't have my map fleshed out. I guess I would have to go all the way back to this room if I wanted to get that part of the map. Is it worth doing? Probably. Demon Slayer video will forever be my favorite. So many people tried to respond to that video. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's what it's there for. To be enjoyed. I guess I gotta get a map of the fortress. Oh, the shroom is dead. Oh wow, it actually died. Look at that. Rest in peace. Poor mushroom. Just trying to live its life and some spell-less wizard comes and kills it. What an asshole. Oh, hang on. There's some stuff down here. I wonder if I can increase like my lockpick maximum at some point. Probably not. Having a lower like max number kind of does encourage using them, doesn't it? Do you like Sonic games? On an odd occasion. I wouldn't call myself like a huge Sonic enthusiast, but I do like them. Why'd you kill the mushroom? Because I hate God and all of its creations. Based epic. What the fuck is that thing? Death's Veil, a legendary mushroom with potent alchemical potential. If a traveler becomes cursed in the Underlands, their corpse may become host to this fungi. It is said the properties of this herb can change based on the personality of the deceased host. That's fucked up. Ah, a little corpse shroom never hurt nobody. It's been a long time since I played a Sonic game, though. I want to say the last time I played a Sonic game was... It may have been Sonic Forces back in like 2017. And that one was a banger. An absolute banger. We all know it to be true. There are no landmarks nearby. I beg to differ. I guess I have to go inside. Sonic Forces? Yes, Sonic Forces. There we go. That's better. Do you not know Sonic Forces, Harboderman? You sure it's not Sonic 06? No, I haven't played Sonic 06. I have played Sonic Forces. Have you not played the absolute classic Sonic game, Sonic Forces? One of the best ones ever. Oh, I have Unspent Delusions. I think I'm going to go with the Guile Wisdom build. No, dog, I'm a classic Sonic guy. Sonic Forces came out in, I believe, 2017. It's the one where you get to create your own Sonic character and play as them, and you have a gun that you shoot. And all the music is fucking insane and really good. And it's a really good game that has no mechanical flaws whatsoever. And the create a character looks totally normal and doesn't look stupid as shit no matter what you do. Frogs are back. I don't want to fight. I'm realizing there's not like a ton of reason to fight enemies unless there's like they're in the way of your objective, because it's not like you get like XP or anything from them, and your skills don't improve. Well, at least I don't know. You don't get like a one-handed skill that you're improving by fighting. So I don't know if there's like a very strong reason to actually fight enemies if there's not in your way. Grant me thine silk, silken creature. Thank you. Am I just ripping it out of its eye? It's kind of fucked up. I saw this tower. I got curious about it. I was on my way to the mushroom. I'm still going to the mushroom, but I wanted to check this out too. Oh, there's a building over there as well. I've seen Sonic fans hating on Sonic Forces. Well, they're wrong. They're wrong to feel that way. Sonic Forces is a great game. And it deserves nothing but praise. Door locked from the other side. Does one have to fall from the top? Or use an elevator from the top? That area up there to get in? Well, it seems I'm not getting in from here, so at least there's that. Now that I think about it, why did Starfield... Sorry, as soon as I got, like, the doors barred from the side, I started thinking about, like, games that give you, like, unpickable locks. Like, obviously, this game found a solution for that problem, and it's just to have the door locked from the other side. Why didn't Starfield do that? Why didn't Starfield just say, oh, this one's locked from the other side, you can't get in? Oh, this guy's tough. Strong skeleton. Too bad potions don't help your skeleton bones, maybe. Rest in peace, brother. We're all strong. Thank you, 7,000 skeletons. I appreciate that insight. I didn't know that. I apologize for judging you incorrectly. Judging your people incorrectly. What's your opinion on choice-based narrative games? That's quite a broad question. I guess I would say I haven't played a ton, but I do generally enjoy them. You talking about stuff like Dispatch, or are you talking more like visual novel sort of thing? I guess they're kind of the same. They're just presented differently. He was weak. We will not mourn his loss. There's only 6,999 skeletons left today, but that one was weak. Unless that one's not counted in the 7,000, and the 7,000 skeletons only refers to the 7,000 strongest skeletons. The Walking Dead, Wolf Among Us. Okay, yeah. So I enjoy them. Yeah. I had a lot of fun with Dispatch last year. Was that last year? I think that was earlier this year. Sorry, I'm getting my timelines mixed up. I cannot handle how quickly this year is like flying by. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older and like time just kind of goes faster when you get old, or if it's because I've been incredibly stressed out and busy for like several months now. But like, dude, I could have sworn If you asked me, I would have told you that August like just started, but we're already on the, or it's already the 20th of August. We're already 2/3 of the way through August. What the fuck? How did that happen? Stress makes you die faster. Thanks for the reminder, Capybara. Really appreciate that. Get fucked. Yeah, streaming, you're dying. Yeah, I know. I know it's not good for me at all. I wish I wasn't so stressed out. I don't enjoy it, I'll tell you that much. Your map has been updated. All right. Okay, nice. All right, now we can move on from this place, I think, now that I've filled out the map a bit more. Should I head south right now? Try to reach Hallowshire? I don't think I have much else to do here, do I? I've done all the quests I had. Northeastern edge of Hallowshire, so I need to reach Hallowshire. This is in Hallowshire as well. Oh, I forgot about the machine. There is still the spell in the Mushroom Forest. You tell me there's a spell in the Mushroom Forest? I didn't know that. I just left the Mushroom Forest. Now I gotta walk all the way back to try to find a spell? Should I sleep? Should I just take a stamina potion? How many of them do I have? Having a sleep to recover my stamina is pissing me off. I guess it's only $2, but I just don't want to do it. I should just sleep. I gotta find my ass a house and a bed. Was there a way to fast travel between these things? I don't think there was, but I remember. That's right. They recover mana. That's what they do. Not that I have any mana spent because I don't have any fucking spells. I haven't engaged with Hunter x Hunter, so I have no opinion on it. All right, if there's a spell in the Mushroom Forest, I'm gonna need a cryptic riddle to find it, because otherwise I don't know where to start to look for that. For now, I'm going to try to deal with the automaton that I forgot about. Suppose I don't have to do every quest. I usually don't do a lot of side quests when I'm streaming a game because I try to mix things up, you know, try to keep things moving, try not to get hung up doing 1,000 side quests, but it doesn't seem like there's a ton of side quests in this game, so. And you never know. You never know when a side quest might reward a spell or something. Not that I really anticipate that to happen a lot. I do, as much as I like the ambient music, I do kind of wish there was more than one song. I'm sure there is in other parts of the game, but for this part of the game in particular, I think, like, I don't know. Maybe 2 or 3 songs would have been good. Instead of just listening to this one song playing over and over again. I get it. It's an indie game. Solo dev, I think. If not solo dev, then a small team of devs. I shouldn't bitch about things like the amount of music, I guess. Whatever, I'm a cunt. All I do is complain. Can't help it. I gotta watch out for this automaton. I believe he's a team of 1. Well, that one guy should make more damn music! Is that the automaton there? It looks like a building, but it also looks like it could get up and walk. Sussy. Can I just get through the door without having to use a lockpick? Nice. The hell? The device crackles with the distinct pulse of cipher magic. Its ocular skull registers your presence, and a mechanical quill scratches out the following lines. Rejoice, downtrodden thrall of the defeatist powers. Thou standest now within a fiefdom of machinist Rex. Proclamation. This honorable vassal governs the protocols of its indentured auto-serfs, decrying census. Number of inactive auto-serfs, 253. Number of active auto-serfs, 1. Currently remote protocol, militant agriculture. So this is the automaton. Dost thou have a query? I want to change the labor protocols. Pondering. Judgment. Alteration of protocols is only permitted by order of Machinist Rex or its appointed deputies, or by the order ordained discretion of this vassal. Therefore, query, what is thine argument? Oh, my charm's not going to work on this. Your server is causing havoc and will likely be destroyed unless you tell it to calm down. Contemplating canon disputation, assaying validity. Judgment, thine argument is unworthy, therefore edict, this vassal will continue its duties. I want to shut down the machine in your service. Pondering. Judgment. Cessation of duties is only permitted by order of Machinist Rex or its appointed deputies. Therefore edict, thy petition is denied. Give the thing a whack. You strike the machine. It doesn't take much force for it to sputter and stop. After a few moments, you are satisfied the thing has stopped working. I broke it. Just like that. All right. Well, there you go, farm boy. I don't even have enough Riz to Riz up a bot. I don't have enough Riz to Riz up a clanker. That's embarrassing. Ow, Luna. Don't grip my leg, that hurts. Luna's sitting in my lap and she just like adjusted her position and in doing so grabbed my leg with her claws and it hurt a little bit. What's going on up here? Seems like there's some dead clankers. That thing might not be dead. I'm gonna be cautious of that. Because that looks like something that could come to life and murder me. Or maybe it is alive. Is there a button on the back of this one too? Nope. No button back here. Nice! Just some coins? Well, that wasn't very worth it. I guess it only costs 4. What is that behind you? George Mother? Okay, it's not alive. Right now, at least. Nice! Man, having high guile is kind of lit. What's this? The vein was depleted long ago. Oh. Did I grab the fruit off of this? I did, didn't I? Yeah. I love when in Fallout New Vegas you could just choose be an ass and fuck everything up. We love a fuck everything route of a game, don't we? Bill still hasn't given me a cryptic riddle about where to find the Mushroom Forest spell, so I guess we're just going to go in there and look around. God forbid I have to play the game. Mack's very familiar with the fuck everything route. You know it! Hell yeah! Oh, you want a riddle? Yeah, I said that. I said it earlier. Bill wasn't listening. I don't know where to look for. I didn't realize there was a spell in the Mushroom Forest, and I certainly don't know where to go looking for it. So I need a cryptic riddle. Clanker's dead. Tell the machine isn't bothering you. His eyes open wide. You have? And there was me thinking you'd be hacked into tiny pieces. So tell me, how'd you do it? I managed to disable it remotely. He taps his forehead. Ah, a clever one, are we? I hit it with my stick. Well, it's not much, but I have some coins stashed away here. Please accept along with my heartfelt thanks. $10? That's 5 nights at the inn. Legend. In the center of Hello, Shire Cartographer. Okay. No comment, Andres. I never really cared for murder hoboing in RPGs. I usually don't do it. I did accidentally do it when I played Tyranny. But it was just because the people I wanted to kill really deserved it, and then the game was like, oh, you want to kill everyone, don't you? I didn't want to kill everyone, but the game kind of put me on that path. So I explored the ruins at the waterfall. There was no spell there. Please don't turn around. 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 He's gonna turn around, isn't he? Get fucked. You suck. What is it, Luna? Oh, he's about to turn around if I'm fast enough. Okay. They have pretty narrow cones of vision, so you can be pretty clever if you want to catch them by surprise. Get fucked. This guy's about to move. Oh, shit. He might have seen me just now. He did look right at me. Yeah, shit. Get fucked! This looks like it could lead to something. Oh, that's not going to work right now, is it? Oh, maybe it will. Oh! Oh ho! Ciphers often spin and spiral with many bridging different magics. The magic of the past is forgotten, broken, lost. Well, shit. That's a thinker. That's a thinker for sure. Just take me back to town? Where the hell am I? It's on the edge of town. Okay, that's a great shortcut to get. Now I can get to the Mushroom Forest more easily if I need to come back here again because I forgot something else. Ciphers often spin in spiral with many bridging different magics. The magic of the past is forgotten, broken, lost. Magic of the past could have something to do with a ruin, perhaps. A ruin that is up a spiraling ascent around a rock, perhaps. I think I might take some of these hints a little too literally. But whatever. Don't turn around, 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 don't. Fucker. Oh, Jesus. I missed on my last swing. Trying to get up to those ruins. I feel like the ruins might be valuable. Okay, looks like I need to start over here, maybe. Or maybe not. I don't see a way across there. This creature has no items. I might as well just fucking kill it then. Okay, so there's some kind of platforming going on here to get over to that area, but how do I get up onto the initial rock? What's your favorite genre of music? I like funk. Funk and disco. Can we get much higher? Sorry, I was just thinking about how I need to get up high on this rock, and it made me think of the funny Kanye song with the One Piece meme. Is it a Kanye song? I might have that mixed up. That guy's gonna turn around in a second, so let's not be here. Never mind, I don't have anywhere to go. I don't know how much my noise affects their detection. I know it's a thing, but... Is this gonna snap shut and eat me if I walk on it? Okay. No. What's your favorite genre of games? That's tough. Probably Souls-likes? I don't know. I feel like they're the ones that I've invested the most, like, time and replays into. I like games with controls. The fuck is that? Oh, fuck you. Motherfucker. You fat piece of shit. Go spit your babies at someone else, piece of shit. Platformers will forever be king to me. I'm not a huge platformers guy. I enjoy the odd one here and there, but it's not really my thing. Is he locked onto me or is he just patrolling? Oh, he is now. Get fucked, kid. You're too weak. Post-apocalyptic isn't really a genre. It's more of a setting. I think by genre I mean like action, puzzle. Okay, I gotta be able to activate something. Pure luck that I found that candlestick out there. I wouldn't have gone looking for it if I didn't find it first. Oh god. Oh, my maximum lockpicks did increase. I guess it increased with my guile. No, I didn't mean to do that. Ah! I found it! I found the spell! Finally, I have a spell! Cypher Spears shoots a bolt of magical energy to damage a single foe. Though the Apostatic Union heavily regulates the use of offensive magic, its navy donates huge sums to universities to ensure the refinement of such spells. Fuck yeah! I did it. Dang, coincide with my arrival. I'm so cool. What's up, Preston? Good to see you. All right, now that I have a spell, more into wisdom. The wizard can finally wizard. The wizard has spells. The wizard can cast spells. God damn. I gotta find something to cast a spell against. I think it's nighttime, so time do be passing. There's plenty of enemies in these forests. We just gotta find one. Just want one motherfucker to blast with a spell. There's one. What's the range on this spell, you think? Can I hit him with from here? I don't know how fast it moves, so I don't want to try until he stops moving. Or until I get him right lined up like that. Oh! One hit! Incredible. It is quite an expensive spell. It costs like half my mana bar, but... I think there's a frog over here that I left alive. Turns out putting points in magic doesn't damage lol. Who would have known? We had no way to test that before. All right, fucker. Check this shit out. You're gonna love it. Oh my god, I'm so powerful. Oh shit, there's another one. You're not the only one with range now, bitch ass. Actually, it doesn't cost that much mana. I'm not sure where the rest of my mana bar went, but... Oh, hell yeah. Now I'm strong. Take me home. Alright. We spend a night at the inn, and I think we head out for Hallowshire. Now that we've got spells and quests completed and all that shit. Ow, Luna, that hurts. You don't need to grip my arm like that. I know you're excited about the magic. I am too. You don't gotta do that. Alright, to Hallowshire we go. We're heading to the south. I assume it's just across the bridge here, since that appears to be south. By the way, Mac, I'm about halfway through God Emperor. What do you think? What do you think? I love God Emperor. God Emperor is my favorite Dune book. Also, I finished Morningstar. Okay, so I'm guessing my passport will get me across that bridge. Luna can scratch your arm. She deserves it more than you. What, an arm? She deserves my arm, then I deserve to have an uninjured arm? Is it weird to say it's significantly more digestible, but it feels like it's by design in comparison to children, I mean? I think that's just kind of the way that Frank's writing started to trend towards in the latter books. And that's a big part of what I liked about God Emperor. It was less like, to me, like the characters were a lot more relatable and their like actions more parsable and like the events of the plot more understandable. It's more of a personal story as opposed to a political story like so many of the other Dune stories. To me. Greetings. The bridge is closed unless you're the bearer of a genuine apostatic union passport. So if you've not got one, get lost. Got a passport right here. Seal looks good. I'm not seeing any signs of magical forgery. Yep, looks like you can pass. By the way, you should change the stream title since you're now the wizard that can cast a spell 6 or 7 times. Nah, we'll just clickbait them. What the fuck is that thing? Oh, I don't like these creatures. They're scary. Are they bad guys? Do you think they're enemies? I assume they're enemies because they're freaky, but I killed soldiers earlier or last stream thinking they were enemies and Bill said they weren't, so. Oh god. They're probably enemies, right? I should probably stab them in the ass. Get it. Check it out. All this time, all I've had to rely upon was a rusty dagger and 1 point in might. Now I have power, and I plan to abuse it maliciously. Uh-oh. Did that one see me? Yeah, he saw me. Get fucked. Training with training with weights, with a weighted gi. Yeah, so true. Oh, here's something. That thing's probably not friendly, right? That's the death knell of something that is not friendly. Thoughts on that scene at the end of Morningstar? I'm not... if you're referring to, like, the very last scene... Like, on the beach... Gee, good God, I did not jump. I was trying to press the jump button and it didn't do it. Oh, 1 coin? Oh, Jesus Christ. 1 coin! I got 1 coin for that. Oh my god. I thought the ending was perfect. I thought it was beautiful. Also, crazy that what came out of a single attempt, if you will. But that's young people, I suppose, isn't it? Trolled by Dev. Yeah, and notice, by the way, I can't carry any more lockpicks, but I just used one. Oh, no, I didn't, because it didn't break. Duh. Also, I have once again, like, I got past the area and then I went back. Even though I didn't need to. Who is the big guy floating there? He's a sham! Where is he? He's over this way, I think. He's a sham. He's a liar. That's just an illusion. Don't be fooled by it, Andres. That guy is bullshit is what he is. Oh shit, you have magic now. Yeah, I got magic. What's up, Luca? Welcome back. I have magic and I'm now unstoppable. Oh god. Thought I snuck past you. Oh, good God. Oh, my God. These guys are rambunctious. The bell tones are kind of nice. I like that. It's okay. I have some lockpicks to break. I'm no longer as worried about that. Ooh, boy. Okay. Is this area I'm going through a shortcut so I don't have to climb the hill with all the monsters? And am I going to just go back and kill them all anyway? It's possible. I'll tell you that. Scry's room tea. Nice. What does that do again? I mean, it lets you see the future, but what does it do mechanically? Boosts your lore for a time, granting glimpses of knowledge and sudden insights. So I'm not sure if it literally just gives me a couple extra points in lore, or if it will have like a more mechanical thing where I can like see things I couldn't see before. Yeah, this appears to be a way to avoid fighting everything down the hill. But I have magic now, so I don't really care about fighting everything down the hill. And there might be stuff down there, so... No, I think... Oh, but there's a building over there. And where there's a building, there's stuff in the building, you know? I guess that's not down the hill, is it? That's up here, so I don't have to go down the hill to get to that. Not sure how close I have to get before my footsteps matter. Oh my god. He has barely, nary a pittance of health left. He's still causing me trouble. Okay, I'm gonna have to really carefully. This guy's obviously bigger and stronger, so we're gonna try to get a stab in his ass. I have to be really careful not to be caught while I try to get behind him. Oh, good. Oh, good God, he caught me. Oh no, you're fucked. You're fucked, kid. You're so fucked. You didn't know you were dealing with a real wizard! Okay, so this will unlock this elevator, so I don't have to climb the hill again, I guess. Hey, Yusuf, good to see ya. Welcome to the stream. I was hoping you'd show up today, Yusuf. You're becoming one of my favorite chat members just because of the conversations you generate. How are you today? I recently got Signalis and finished it, and boy, was it a trip. Signalis is great. Great game. Fun game. What are these? Okay. So I need to do something else before that's relevant. Fine, Mac. Glad to hear it. And so glad you could make it today. All right, where? Nothing in there. There must be... Where can I find more stones to stack? Now that I know there's stones to stack, I don't want to unlock the door with lockpicks, even though I have plenty of them. Do you follow fan games? I can't say that I really do. I woke up to you yelling at Yusuf last stream because I forgot to mute the stream while I was sleeping while lurking. Good times. Yeah, where's my pay, Mac? If I pay you, then you're just like a planted chatter. It wouldn't be organic. I didn't deserve that, all that last stream, man, being called a Demon Slayer fan. Well, welcome to the stream, Yusuf. So glad our Resident Evil, our resident Demon Slayer fan could make it. Kind of a Freudian slip there, don't mind me. Good to see you. There's one thing I'd criticize about it. It sometimes feels less like a horror game and more like a collectathon. Don't get me wrong, there were moments where I genuinely got scared. I mean, that's just kind of the nature of survival horror games. I feel like there's some more blocks. There, you know, there is the horror elements, but there's also the you know, find item to get through place. All right, there's got to be more blocks to stack somewhere. Or I could just pick the lock and be done with it. That's an option too. But that's less fun. But also, I have a lot of... I keep running up against the max stack of lockpicks, so maybe it would be good to use some up. Whoa! That hit me from there? Jesus, these guys got reach. Honestly, Zenitsu began growing on me. He's like a good gentleman. Okay, no. I know generally you have not been rage baiting. I know that you genuinely believe a lot of things you say. That is rage bait. You do not believe that. I will not accept that. You do not think Zenitsu, the consent is optional king is a gentleman. That can't be real. Damn, look at me unlocking all these doors without fucking using a lockpick. Everyone gets one black mark on the rep. Mine is Dark Souls 2. The biggest uncritical Dark Souls 2 fan, Billion. Does watching corn for a plot count as a black mark on my rep? Sometimes it has good writing, like Emergence. I also thought the ending was the ending when it wasn't. Well, you're supposed to. It's supposed to trick you. Or not really trick you, but it's trying to trick you. Or make you believe it's the end. For a second, and then it's like, actually. Look, Zenitsu's character did develop. He went from physically assaulting them into actually asking before assaulting them in the end. When? When did he ask? I don't remember that. That is not character development. Oh, a remarkable treasure. What the fuck is going on with the train? Okay. Ooh, new song. New song. Is that another cartographer? Looks like it. The youth is fumbling with a teacup, a spoon, and an assortment of other objects which all appear to be floating. God's damn wizards wouldn't know a good spell if it... The objects clatter to the floor. Are you trying to get into the academy too? I wouldn't bother. They could enchant a silk slug to shit gold and they'd still ignore you. They won't let you in without a recommendation. Why are you playing with all that stuff? Why, these are demonstrations of my most sophisticated cipher spell. See this spoon? He shoves the spoon into your hand. It is damp, sodden. I've created a spell to make any object sweat. Incredible, no? The applications are limitless. What possible good could that have been? Is this human sweat?
Well, observe. The spell diverts liquid and salt from the caster's own body into the object in question. The only downside is that it makes you very thirsty. But what practical use is there for it? But that's just one of my spells. See his teacup? Put it to your ear and you'll hear a man crying. That's a real man, though I have no idea where he is. Oh, and this hammer? It's the safest hammer in the world, as it can't actually hit anything. He continues like this for some time. Eventually, he sees a chance to interrupt his monologue. What's this about an academy? The Erudite Academy. You've not heard of it? Well, it's right above us, that big hunk of rock overhead. The Academy flies all over the Apostatic Union, just so their fancy wizards can gloat at all their poor, talented saps they won't let in. Sure, they must do more than that. He scoffs. So supposedly they make the most advanced cipher spells in the Union. Ryova gives them a free pass to do the kind of magic that would get most scholars thrown in an Inquisition jail. So how do I get in? Well, it turns out being an exceptional cipher scribe means nothing to them. To visit the academy, you need a recommendation from an accredited scholar. I've seen some of their scholars exploring the islands nearby. You could try asking them for recommendation, but I refuse to pander to pompous academics. All right. Do you mind if I send you a song on Discord? It is very nice ambience with good build-up. Suppose not. Yes, it is, Mac. The problem with every character in Demon Slayer is that they don't have true character development. Character development is something that happens over time with events influencing it. Characters in Demon Slayer just suddenly change. That is not development. Zenitsu's character development is him brooding for 2 chapters and then all of a sudden he locks in. That's not character development. What is an anime / manga you love that everyone else hates? I don't think I have anything like that. I have things that I like that are heavily disliked, but also have like One Piece. Like One Piece is the most popular manga in the world. It's also disliked by a lot of people, but I like it a lot. The Enchanted Mask is deathly still, but its stoic eyes track you as you approach. The Erudite Academy is closed to all but a chosen few. Present your recommendation or leave. What? Does my 30 wisdom not... Or what is it? 50 spellcasting and lore not count? Is that not good enough? Fuck you, you stone-faced prick. Are any of these, like, landmarks I should know about? I haven't gotten a landmark notification or, like, pop-up in a little while. Oh my god. Okay, well, it looks like I found the entrance to the academy and it's in like a slightly hidden area. Oh no, it isn't. It isn't. I just found a way to it. I'm going to go back to the main road. I do want to explore here, but I feel like I should find Hollow Shire so I can kind of orient myself. Do I give a genuine hot take, or do we make this stream actually about the game, or do I do this later in the stream? I don't know, Yusuf. You really you have the power to derail the stream at will. So I hate that laughing sound. Puts me on edge. This game can be eerie. It can be dreadful sometimes, if you will. What? Oh, it's a ghost. Hey. Hallowshire fields used to be sown with Wiccan seed, for their deities, though diminished, could ensure a good harvest. The god contracts were modest. The blood price was equitable. Of course, the apostatic union sniffed it out eventually. They sent over the polymath and her retinue to stamp out any smoldering divinity, and now the common folk starve, their fields barren and desolate. The union claims it's in the name of reason and progress. She lets out a discordant sigh. I admit those old Wiccan contracts can be deceitful. Many didn't realize the weight of their signature until the curse set in. But the union would smother the sky realms in a tangle of bureaucracy until we worship naught but deadlines and shipping manifests. Their only saving grace is their honesty, for at least people know they are trampled upon. So what about you, stranger? Would you rather be enveloped in a sweetened lie, blissful in your ignorance, or would you choose the bitter truth? The idea of truth is a lie. We are all deluded. She smiles. My mother once told me there are as many worlds as people in it. I think she would have liked you, stranger. Okay, bye, you spooky ass bitch. I absolutely hate the Rent-A-Girlfriend anime. How the fuck does it have 5 seasons? I think that's a pretty popular opinion to hold. And it has 5 seasons because people keep hate watching it. If people just didn't watch it, it wouldn't get renewed. This is an awfully barren field. Mac, what did you think of the several love interest? I thought it was great. They deserve each other. Hallowtown. This way to Wobbly Noggin. I need to go there. And this way to the Endless Realm. Okay. That's the place where everybody's immortal, right? I don't need to go there right now. That's popular? Are you kidding me? Rent-A-Girlfriend is extremely popular. It's like the thing to popularly hate on right now. There are no landmarks. This is kind of a landmark, don't you think? Is this an inn? Is this the pub? This might be the pub. Or is it just an inn? Do you have to go through this building to get to the rest of the town? No, not quite. Do you watch old anime? Occasionally. I haven't watched any recently, but yes, I do. This place is pretty. Oh, I like this town. There are no land. Is this not a landmark? Calling all denizens of the apostatic union. Our land is beset with the most terrible famine. Can you sit idle while your crops fail and your loved ones perish? We all know who is to blame, the god worshipper, the cultists. For too long they have uttered their dread prayers from the fringes. Oh, from the fringes of society, bringing terrible omens upon our lands. Our polymath humbly requests the aid of every denizen in the matter. Visit the apostatic union's council building in the center of town to inquire further. Okay, maybe I will. One Piece hot takes. Yamato is a garbage character. Senor Pink is so mad people make him out to be something he's not. He's the reason his family got messed up. I don't any social media except for WhatsApp and YouTube. I don't think anybody pretends that Senor Pink is not at fault for what happened to his family. Just that what happened was tragic and that he obviously recognizes his failures in that. Do you think cell animation shot on film should make a comeback? Cell animation shot on film. What do you mean by that? Like hand-drawn cell and... Oh, I know what you mean. Okay, so like the traditional animation method where they would draw on cells and then take pictures of the cells. I'm sure that someone will do it as like an artistic expression, but I doubt it will ever come back popularly. There's no reason for it to. It's more cost effective to do it the digital way. Those are damn hot takes, Yusuf. I expected better from you. Yeah, for real. That's not that hot. That's you know. That's like, oh, you touch the side of the tea kettle and it doesn't burn you, but you can feel that it's kind of warm. Like, yeah, it might anger some people, but otherwise it's like, eh. I'm not passionate enough about Yamato as a character to try to come to their defense. And the Senor Pink thing, I think, is just like, eh. Okay, I'm being serious. I actually hated Thorfinn in season 1. He was so annoying, but he actually became a top 3 character in any anime series for me in season 2 in the manga. I agree. I didn't really care for Thorfinn in the first couple of seasons. I thought he was like just kind of generic Sasuke edgy. But now that I know there's a reason for it, I like it. To be sold, Thornwood Manor, a 200-year-old manor once stately and fine that has fallen into disrepair. The manor's grounds comprise an entire island just off the south of Hallowshire. With the right investor, this could be a thriving estate once more. For inquiries, visit the clerk in Hallow Town Council. Well, that does sound enticing. I obviously doubt that I can afford it, but it is nighttime. I'm probably going to need to switch to day before I can... How is this not a landmark? Where am I right now? Oh, I'm so far south. How can I not mark this place as a landmark? It's an entire fucking town. There we go. Finally. Jesus. Okay. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. I like the map. It's cute. I like the illustrations. Especially the big fake mollusk. Okay. Where is this council building that keeps being alluded to? Is this it? This feels like a council building of sorts. The clerk's desk is buried under ink pots and parchment. His arms move wildly, grabbing papers and scribbling with his quill. Occasionally, he'll mutter an obscenity, throw a document to the floor, and stamp on it. He notices you approaching. No, 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 no! Never! Absolutely not! Yes, absolutely, undoubtedly, unequivocally, yes! No, I say! The neuron stars will all fizzle to dust before I do anything of the sort. Yes, 1,000,000 times yes, you hear? A curse upon your house. May it sprout legs and run away. Be gone! Wait, what are we talking about? I know your type. You have a look about you, a look that says you're a legal nightmare. Maybe your house is drifted into a different principality. Your name contains letters that don't exist, or your doppelganger claims ownership of your cattle. Whatever it is, I don't care. So unless you've come here to purchase that dilapidated old manor house for an outrageous sum of money, please sod off. Tell me about the manor. It's a handsome manor with an entire island as its grounds and historic property post-world rend about 200 years ago. The island is accessible by a wooden lift at the southern edge of Hallowshire. It's in need of a few minor adjustments, but with a bit of coin, you could have the whole thing refurbished in no time. Oh, and there was another trifling detail. The land was recently reclaimed by the Apostolic Union after it was found unoccupied, but some of the local rabble protested. Some nonsense about the owner still being alive. Preposterous, of course. Pay it no heed. I want to buy that manor house. The clerk's eyes widen and his quill snaps, splattering ink across his desk. Ahem. Yes, I believe I was saying that we have a luxurious new manor house for sale at an entirely reasonable fee. It's yours for a mere 200 coins. A steal, really. Only 200 coins for a manor with its own island? I don't believe that. No way my charm works. Charm at 90. God damn. I think I have 200 coins. Don't I? I got 296. I could buy the manor. Tokyo is just a bad story. Don't like season 1 or 2 of the manga. Kaneki is so forgettable. I think it's fine. Must be friendly with this faction to gain entry. I mean, I'm entering, so. I guess I was referring to the door. It's such a steal. How can you say no? I feel like I should go talk with the locals and find out about the owner first. Handsome manor with an entire island as its ground and historic property post-World Ren about 200 years ago. Where did he say that it was? South of Hallowshire. I think I should go and check it out first before I try to buy it. I do want to, don't get me wrong. Is this a spell shop? I actually don't like HXH as a whole. Absolutely hate Gone. I have no opinion on HXH, so I can't really comment on any of this. Yusuf's trying to get like a takeout that will breed discussion, but maybe you've lost your edge, Yusuf. Hail, peasant. Are you in need of work? God shells have been found in the region. They contain godlets, dangerous occult specimens. We want them brought to us, all of them. What is a godlet? A godlet is a pathetic remnant of a once terrible entity, a god. Though we destroyed many in the God War, they have a tendency to sprout again like weeds. Pockets of Wiccan resistance still linger in Hallowshire, and it seems they are trying to revive their most foul and nefarious deities. Needless to say, this is a threat to the safety of the Oderic Isles and the Apostatic Union as a whole. It is our duty to eradicate these verminous godless. Okay. I guess that's a godlet. She does not look up from her papers. Ah, another loyal subject to the Apostatic Union. I must remind you that impromptu meetings such as these may not exceed 10 ticks of the clock. Are you here to serve the Union, or is this another matter of Shisai's livestock dispute? I wanted to ask some questions. Still looking at her papers, she answers with monotone wariness. Ah, yes, questions. It is, of course, my pleasure to oblige. She checks a pocket watch for no more than 8 clicks. Who are you? She closes her eyes and rubs her temples. Seeing as we are having this conversation, I assume you know I am the Hallowshire's polymath. I am its appointed representative in Ryova and ensure Union law is upheld. Hallowshire was practically lawless before my council contested the region 5 years ago, but we won the election with minimal casualties, and I am proud to say things are much improved. Casualties? In an election? You're aware of the election rules, yes? Election candidates and their subordinate councils must compete in 2 stages, a battle and a debate. Well, in the last Hallow election, the opposing cultist rabble were no match for our battle councilors. So many fell to our swords in the stage battle that when it came to the debate, few of those left could even string a sentence together. She betrays a smile. They were hardly capable of matching our philosophical rhetoric, let me tell you that. So was that the end of your questions? I want to serve the Apostatic Union. She looks at you, finally. Ah, a willing subject to the realm. Excellent. We are hunting a god, and we need all the help we can get. As you no doubt know, Hallowshire is beset with famine. The crops yields are poor, which aggravates a much greater problem, god worship. In their panic, the populace has resorted to illegal prayer. Cultism is rife. The situation is so dire that an Inquisition division has been dispatched. Their scryers say that we're dealing with, she inhales, a Class B god entity. The investigation is focused on the farmlands outside of Hallow, but the Inquisition imposed apostatic law with a heavy hand. Many god sympathizers have already been put to the gallows, stoking anger, so I am turning to the populace for support. Even the most lowly of subjects could help uproot this problem. I have but one question. Where is this god? Any assistance will, of course, be rewarded in coin. Where should I look? The Inquisition is making its way through the countryside, searching farmsteads for god sympathizers and hidden covens. I would ask around there and search for anything the Inquisition has missed. But there is also Hallow Castle, where a noble family resides. The old dynasties are still treated with respect in the Union, so the Inquisition is held off for now, but the nobles have ancient ties with God, so I would eye it with suspicion. Okay. So, 200 coins for a house. Look for godlets. Look for god worship. I have a good one. I don't like the paneling or the excessive details or the double spreads in recent One Piece manga arcs. Sorry, I'm again. I don't feel particularly strongly about that. I disagree, but you're allowed to feel that way. I feel like it has to come naturally, Yusuf. The view from here is superb, is it not? All one needs is a compass and a map, and you have quite the adventure, I'd wager. Do you know where I could find a telescope? Why would I need a telescope? The Emporium of Oddities here in town sells an assortment of goods for the budding explorer. I picked up a telescope from there myself. What would a telescope be good for? Just literally seeing into the distance? Double spreads suck when you're a phone-only reader. That's my cold take. I mean, that is true, but I don't know. If it bothers you, you can always rotate your phone the way I see it. I ain't gonna force it anymore. Yeah, it's just probably better to let it occur naturally. Oh, there's sewers. I gotta find a way into those sewers. I have a bunch of stuff to sell, too. I have more than enough for the manor, but I'm sus on that. 200 bucks for that is too low. Who's this sus individual? The woman eyes you up and down. You look like someone who can take care of themselves. A word of advice, if you'll hear it. While the countryside starves from the famine, the merchants here are just as rich as ever. They won't let you root around their houses in the daytime, but at night, well, that's a different story. So make sure you stock up on lockpicks if you're planning on any unsavory activities. Picks break all the time, so you can never have too many. There are places you can buy them if you know the right people. You know, you bring up a good point. It is nighttime and there's a bunch of locked doors. I should try taking advantage of that. Ah, I got into the sewers. Fantastic. Who wouldn't want to be in the sewers? What's with this room? Oh yeah, no, I like them, but it's annoying when I'm reading at work. Yeah, I mean, I get it for sure. It is annoying, but I have a hot take. Over animation is not a thing. Oh, I disagree with that. There's some very over animated One Piece scenes. Let me tell you. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Thank you. I got one. All chicken dishes taste the same. That is wrong. That is just so wrong. You oh my god. You have a cook in your family who doesn't know what they're doing. That's what you have on your hands. It's not the chicken. The chicken's not at fault for that. I haven't watched One Piece, but from what I saw, animation seems to be great. If you are a manga reader and you watch some of the scenes from One Piece, it is so ungodly over animated that it hurts the context of what's going on, I would say. It like gets to a point where it's too absurd, where it's like, this is outside of the scale of what was shown in the manga. And to me, that's a problem. That's a problematic thing, if you ask me. Where am I right now? I think this must be the... I mean, it's the ship place, obviously, but... A guest? Welcome, welcome. The man flares his nostrils as he looks up and down. I'd offer you a seat, but these chairs are terribly expensive. I assume you hear about the job offering? What job is that? You mean you simply came to exchange pleasantries? He swallows, clearly repulsed at the thought. Tell me about the job. Upon reflection, the squish of the pain fight in Naruto was actually good, IMO. I I don't know. It looked pretty awful. I don't know what to tell you. They ruined the G5 reveal for me in the anime. The Luffy versus Kaido fight was bad for me. Yeah, I agree. That was over animated as hell. Like it was. Certain parts of it were really good. Certain parts were really good. Other parts were like just hard to parse with how much the camera was like shifting and moving and everything couldn't sit still for a second. It's chicken in general. You have the taste buds of a 5-year-old. Are you small or is the house big? A little bit of both. What would you say is an over-animated series / scene? I don't know if there's a series that has that problem, but there are several scenes in One Piece that are just absurdly over-animated. The like moment in the Gear 5 versus Kaido fight where Luffy bounces back Kaido's breath attack is like difficult to parse what the fuck is going on. It's not clear at all because they had to have everything moving constantly. It looks terrible. They could have used some like static shots where the camera isn't whipping around everything to convey what's going on. Or like a couple of seconds where something isn't moving, you know? I'm here for the job. Yes, I thought as much. Your attire is certainly suited for the physical labor of the task. I'm tempted to kill this guy. He dabs his forehead with his handkerchief as if the thought of your attire is overbearing. The job is to locate my merchant vessel, the Golden Typhus, and retrieve its cargo. It's a magnificent ship made with the strongest Lundell oak, so I cannot imagine that would have been shipwrecked. Its captain is none other than Walter Cecil, who has charted many of the Prostatic Union's most distant islands and is known for his character. Mutiny, then, is not a possibility. A course was plotted to the Paguthian ruins south of Hallow. The Typhos should have returned a week ago. I'm beginning to worry. I'm going to steal this motherfucker's ship. The ship and the crew are irrelevant. Only the cargo matters. Bring it to me and I will reward you handsomely. What cargo is it carrying? I'm afraid I simply cannot say. You understand that within the machinations of the Apostatic Union's legal system, there are certain trade goods that are unfairly scrutinized. Suffice to say, there is nothing dangerous or unwholesome about this cargo, but we should speak of it no further. I'm going to steal his ship. Tell me about the ship's captain. I hired Walter Cecil with a fee of a small fortune. His exploits have been well documented. It is said that when exploring distant realms, his ship defeated a sky god, though between you and me, it was more likely a very large fish. Nonetheless, he is one of the most reliable captains in the Union. His record is impeccable. I'm gonna steal his ship. I'm gonna do it. As soon as I find it, I'm either going to get the captain to work for me or kill him and take his ship. I'm keeping the ship, I'm telling you. Because that guy was a dick. That's locked from the other side. Man, I spent all those lock picks and the sewer's just open from the other side. Actually, I don't even think I can get in there, though. How do I get out of here now that I fell in the water? Oh, okay. Let me just see. I probably could have, like, run and jumped into there. I mean, not that I really care. I've been so full on lockpicks that it's nice to not be full on them for a little bit. Wait, why do I only have 12 lockpick capacity now? I had 13 before. How did it go down? How many Idahos do you think it could handle? Like 6. Tired reduces stats. Oh, I see. The man beams at you with well-practiced hospitality. Greetings, friend. On behalf of the Winged Merchants Guild, I humbly welcome you to the airship dock of Hallowtown. I am the harbor master here. He opens a leather-bound book, revealing pages of elegant handwriting. Now tell me, will you be exporting? Do you have customs to declare, or he eyes you up and down, then swallows? You are a member of the guild, are you not? No. He carefully closes the book, letting out an exasperated sigh. Well, I suppose I could spare some time to elucidate the curiosity of a non-guild member, but please be brief, as these jetties won't manage themselves. How can I get my own airship? Well, I can assure you that they are, he clears his throat, rather expensive. We also cannot trade vessels with anyone who does not have a writ of permission from Ryova for matters of Union security, etc. I'm quite sorry. Okay. Hi, Umbra. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking it on the way in. I appreciate that. It's good to see you. How are you today? Is it morning now? Oh my god. Bright eyes shine from an unwashed face. You catch the girl's attention. Hey, you wouldn't want to help a girl out, would you? What's the problem? She wipes sweat from her brow. I gotta deliver these Bion silks to my guy at the Wobbly Noggin, but after lugging these here, my own noggin's not doing too good. She flashed you a smile. I'll make your delivery for a cut of the profit. Her smile fades a little. Of course, that's only fair. You'll get paid. She hands you a wooden box. Just ask around for Bardolph. He's usually in the small room if he's not got himself kicked out. I know the way. Goodbye. That whatever she gave me was not what she said it was. That shit's some illegal bullshit. It's got tentacles coming out of it. Careful with this quest. I remember this being like the only mean quest. Mean quest, huh? Why can't I buy one of the shitty houses out here? Oh shit. Oh, hello. I've discovered something. Doing pretty good, not gonna lie. Glad to hear it. Appreciate you stopping by and leaving a like. What do you prefer for animation? Oh, what do you... Okay. Reminder for everyone in chat. Sending messages twice doesn't make me more likely to see them. I will get to your message eventually if I'm going to respond to it. What do you prefer for animation? Limited animation, but with model accuracy / drawn consistency, or off model / inconsistent drawings, but with smooth animation? I don't think I really have a preference. Both can be good if done well. It just depends on the situation, I guess. Where the hell am I? Oh, here's the door that was blocked. I found like a secret building and I walked in and like didn't talk to anybody and just started searching. Nothing weird about that, right? Oh, they have a godlet in here. Oh, these people are god worshippers, aren't they? If they're protecting a godlet, I bet they're god worshippers. I bet you there's a way through there that doesn't involve a lockpick. What the fuck did I just do? I touched a magic mirror and that... What the fuck? The hell? What do you do to me? What's this? Another drop-in? I thought I told Dwin to stop giving a key to any old breather. So that's on a raspy sigh. Look, I'm sure you know the drill, but tell anyone about our little smuggling enterprise and you'll get a blade in your gut. Her torn lip forms a mockery smile. Got it? Claps her hand together. Well, with the pleasantries out of the way, what'll it be? You looking to move some goods or are you after a union passport? Your union passports, do they work? Well, if they didn't, I'm not likely to tell you now, am I? How's this? If the fellow at the gate bridge susses its forgery, I'll come give you a friendly visit at your Inquisition prison cell. Satisfied? So if you want one, just have a look through my stock. What's with the portal in the back? Ah, an old family heirloom, shall we say? Us Endless are fond of our portal mirrors. Oh, she's one of the immortal fuckers, isn't she? Even if they often lead you to the arse end of a mausoleum. Though I might as well make good use of a pair and struck up this little partnership with Dwin. That one leads right to the lost person Hollow Town. Let's just say the folk over there share a mutual distaste for union taxes. Only they keep the room barred from the other side unless we have a delivery, so don't go snooping now. You look a little worse for wear. Well, you never seen Endless before? She coughs, but you haven't and all. Well, the name's Gutrid, and I'm 600 and something years old. Forgive me if I can't recall the exact number. The last 100 have been a bit of a drag. Anyways, I'm not a bloody emissary for the Endless Realm. You can see its rotten trees and mausoleum spires from Quill. So if you really want to know the delights of eternal life in a dusty tomb, you can go visit sometime. What's she got for sale? Truth Potion. Interesting. Apostolic Union Passport. 117 bucks for that. And lockpicks. No, no, no. Oh, they won't take the stuff I have to sell. I feel like having one of these truth potions is probably gonna be good, even though I don't know what it does. Might come in handy somewhere. Dispels illusions and reveals the truth of things. Mac, you say that I dumb down the nuance of debates we talk about, but I actually think you're over-nuancing them. Like, man, just give an answer. What are you saying that in reference to my response to the animation thing? I'm sorry, but I'm not going to give you an answer to what my preference is when I don't have a preference. And if I don't have a preference, I'm going to explain why. I don't know what to tell you. Do you want me to lie? Do you want me to make up an answer to satisfy your want for an answer? I can't help you. Okay, nice. Where am I? Can I see on the map? Where the fuck did I end up? Okay, I don't have a position on this map. Oh no, I do. I'm in Quill. What? Where in Quill? Am I in the mill? Well, I can't get out of here because the wall is blocked. So I used those lockpicks for nothing. Yes, satisfying my desire for answers. That is my answer, though. That is an answer. My answer is that both forms of animation can be done very well if they're just done well. So I don't really have a preference over one or the other because I like them both if they're done well. That is an answer. Yes, it's not like it's a middle of the road answer that doesn't really give you a preference, but it is an answer. I'm sorry. I'm a complex person. I'm a complicated person. I like a lot of things and I dislike a lot of things, and I think I have good reasons for those things, and I'm not gonna dumb down my responses just to give you what you desire. I like a lot of art for a lot of different reasons, and I like to explain those reasons, no matter how complicated they get. Oh, I thought I just got a level, but I didn't. Glorious treasure, eh? The barkeep shoots you a glare. Welcome to the Lost Purse. The guards don't come down this way, so we sell items you won't find in more reputable establishments. Cause a ruckus or go yapping about what you see here and it won't end well for you. How come the guards don't know about this place? Oh, they know about us, all right. Let's just say it's in their best interest to turn a blind eye. We'll leave it there, friend. Tatty leathers. I don't have any armor. That could be a good buy. Outlaw furnishings? Grants access to outlaw furnishings when redecorating a property. Ah. Cosmos Cloak. A dark star-dappled cloak that envelops the wearer in shadow, making you harder to spot. Interesting. Woven from the threads of silk slugs, raised in special shrouded enclosures which only allow them to look up at the wheeling cosmos overhead. That, I think, would be a good buy. Hang on. Before I go selling this, I should make sure I'm getting a good price. So that they'll take it for 48. I'll see if anybody else buys it. And for what cost. Nah, I give you 2 options. You pick one. Don't make up another. My IQ is below 90. Keep up with me. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Canonically, in reality, it is the egg, because evolutionarily, something along the way mutated to become a chicken and laid a chicken's egg, even though that thing itself was not genetically what we would consider a chicken. So, the first chicken came out of a mutated egg from a non-chicken. Therefore, egg come first. I hear the guards know about this place, but they turn a blind eye. Someone's lining their pockets for sure. You're a contrarian, Mac, ain't you? I'm just right! I'm right about this! Okay, but that's canon. What's fanon then? Fanon... Fanon would be that the chicken came first, because if you believe in the Bible, then God created chickens as they are in that moment, and the first one probably didn't come out of an egg. That's fanon. Your boots look well-worn, friend. Don't suppose you've seen any spiky green shells around these parts. I'm looking to buy the tiny critters inside them. Godlets, they're called. So I can either give the godlets to this sussy individual or to the apostatic union. Are we dead ass debating evolution now? Apparently. Apparently. Okay, so next time I'm in Puel, I'll have to look for the entrance to that guy's cove. That does, if I can, oh, I should head back to Puel, actually. If I can find how to get in there, then I will have essentially a fast travel between the 2 towns, because I have the access to the mirror. It's probably daytime by now, right? I should really hit up a tavern and get some sleep, so my stats go back to normal. I keep putting it off because, like, I don't want to spend the money if I don't need to. Is it still nighttime? Are the shops still not open? Oh, how complicated the lock looks denotes how hard it'll be to pick, doesn't it? Aha. Someone's got a secret room in their house. Can I use this bed? I can't. Hey, a free bed! A free bed in someone else's attic. I'm gonna live in your fucking attic. No, I'm not gonna try talking to the sleeping guy. I might be okay. So that's a very difficult lock because it has a lot of spikes around it. There might be a back entrance I could try to make use of. No, I think not. How about this? I think Nadal is better than both Federer and Novak. What are you talking about? You're just spewing nonsense. Who the fuck are they? I have enough. We'll just keep trying. Oh, good God. Maybe we ain't getting through this one. Ah! Is this a forge? Ooh, okay, so I can upgrade my shit here. But this guy probably has a fancy sword somewhere that I can steal. now that I'm in his walls. McDonald's or Burger King? Definitely McDonald's. Do not like Burger King. Have never had a meal I enjoyed at Burger King. At least not since they got rid of like the what were they called? Like the cinnamon roll bites. Those things were peak, and I don't know why they ever stopped selling them. And they should burn in hell for not selling them anymore. What about this? Okay, so I can upgrade that to a closed helm. I should probably upgrade my sword, right? Do I have the iron for this? I think I do. Probably have more than I need, even. Yeah, I got 4. Okay, I'm gonna break into everyone's house in town. Why do I still need 6 for this? This is supposed to be an easier lock. Is it because my guile's too low? Oh my god. Come on! Fuck you. I still gotta get into the spell casting house. Oh, this is alchemy, isn't it? You can put treasure in. That's right, Bill did say you could do that. So, which one makes health potions again? Healing properties. And what? Do I just... Let's just try combining them. So that's how you get a health potion. What if I combine like a health potion with a mana potion? I think this one does mana. A shielding potion. Ah, I see. Is there like a log somewhere for the recipes I discover? I'm probably just gonna have to remember. Oh, I guess it'll show me if I put the ingredients in together. Won't it? I'm robbing everybody in town. What is with companies and discontinuing things people like? I thought corporations like money. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think I understand the quesarito. I think genuinely like Taco Bell discontinued the quesarito and keeps occasionally bringing it back because it's so goddamn popular that nothing else sells when they have the quesarito. I 100% would buy that. Fuck yeah, this one was an easy one. And thank God for that, because I'm running out of lockpicks now. Hello, hello? Oh, this is lore. I thought it was a spell. The World Rend by Joanne Toussaint, 1206. The World Rend, though it has long passed in a distant memory, it is still spoken of in hushed tones by nervous speakers. For who cannot still dread the cataclysm that leveled our cities, purged our wisdom, and sent us fleeing to the sky? There are none alive who remember stable grounds underfoot. Generations have lived and died on these continents adrift, steered by fickle winds. Excuse me. To look below onto the world's surface is to witness a seething hell. Few who visited that wasteland return, and those who are cursed and those who do are cursed a painful death. And yet, what do we truly know of the World's Rend? Rumors, hearsay, legend. It is the most important historical event, yet it remains a mystery. The Emberians, whose civilization reached its peak at the dawn of this terrible new age, stored all their wisdom in magical cipher. Their technology was made inert by the Rend. Everything was lost. We know more about the kings and queens of the Middle Ages, thanks to their humble quills, than we do the Emberians. And so in this age of ignorance, do I strive to collect what fragments of truth I can glean? My own quill may yet prove a more powerful instrument than a century of Emberian technology. The World's End occurred in the year 984. We even still use the old calendar as a miracle of the Chronos Guild for the slow-turning neuron star of old Wicca, upon which the clocks of old were set, which was destroyed in the event. Most accounts depict the Rend as a flash of magical energy. It engulfed the world, searing its surface and destroying every city and every settlement found below. Only those few people survived, outcast and adrift on the islands of the sky. Because the Emberians shunned the instability of the flying continents, few of their outposts existed here. In a pertinent irony, those who were outcast from Emberian civilization, the Wiccans and the Endless, to name but two, suddenly outnumbered their old rivals, and thus the last remnants of Emberian civilization were torn apart by their enemies. But from the ashes, new societies emerged. Survivors banded into groups and rebuilt as best they could. Emberian technology proved useless, so a new generation of humanity rekindled the knowledge. Houses were raised of brick and stone, magic spells were relearned with simple cipher. The Wiccans and their gods found power anew, and their covens were built in every city. Now, as I write from the thriving realm of Bion, I cannot but smile at our accomplishments. But it is a smile tinged with sadness, for we still toil in the shadow of that terrible cataclysm. We still bear the trauma of the World's End. My McDonald's is next to a high school, meaning there's always something fucked up about it. I remember the chicken popcorn KFC made like a year ago is my favorite thing ever, like 10 years ago. Okay, FMBA and all that. People act like it's better than... FMAB, that's what you meant, and all that. People act like it's better than Attack on Titan or Vinland Saga. I like Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood a lot. It's one of my favorite anime. So I'm going to disagree. I think KFC just brought back the popcorn chicken in the US. I saw a sign about it, but I never go to KFC because I don't like it. On Wiccan Tyranny by Nelio Conicus, 1436. There was a time before the God War when every human settlement on these flying isles was built around a Wiccan coven. From Vina to Slev, they enforced worship, demanding prayer to their gods. And so did those old gods grow in power once more under the flag of Wiccan tyranny. What the Apostatic Union succeeded in overthrowing this tyranny, in casting down those gods, is a miracle worth celebrating. I am old enough to remember Wiccan rule. Every spell, every letter of cipher was controlled by the covens. What magic was permitted changed from realm to realm, as each coven's gods had its own fickle whims. Not since the Middle Ages, when gods ruled supreme, has human development been so stunted. And since the Union gains its freedom, look at the advances we have made. Airships soar through the clouds. Lowly scribes cast spells of swiftness and strength. Our cities throb with wealth and progress. No longer must we barter with gods for the merest enchantment. Humanity rules its destiny, like the Emberians of the past. And yet, there are those in our midst who would see it all torn down. Outside Union borders, the Wiccans and their gods are more powerful than ever. Their spies and priests still lurk in every corner of the Union, some even hidden and protected by our own traitorous citizens. And despite these dangers, what do we discuss in our councils? Reform? Softer punishment for god worship? I call this foolishness of the highest regard. Many know of Beatrice Webb. She has made quite a name for herself here in Ryova. She attests that our methods are too harsh, that god worship should be punished with a mere fine, and that censure of text should be ended, bringing about a freedom of the quill. I argue that such things would, in no uncertain terms, bring about the destruction of the Apostatic Union. It is only by a hair's breadth that we can stay ahead of our many enemies. The Wiccans would see our realms torn apart, our magical progress abolished, and the rule of gods reinstated. Nay, our punishments are not too harsh, they are too soft. I would see Wiccan sympathizers hung before I bow to another god. I am old enough to remember Wiccan tyranny, and I would die before I see it reinstated. I'll take AOT dub is good. Too many people hate on it. I have never listened to it, so I don't know. No, that's not true. I probably have listened to it. I just don't remember. I can't remember it off the top of my head. Does no one live in this house? Where is the proprietor? I think I will finally sleep, since I've explored every business that's locked down. I'm going to use this person's bed, and we'll see what happens. Actually, can I use this bed? If it belongs to someone else, I can't, but no one's sleeping in it, so. I didn't get robbed in my sleep. Nice. I like when that happens. Oh, wait, shit, am I going to be trapped here now? Oh, shit. They put up the don't pass sign. I can't get through here anymore. Nice. Hello. Where do you sleep at night? Welcome to the Emporium of Oddities. We have spells and equipment for the budding adventure, and you are welcome to peruse the books I have lying around. Agility's addendum gives a massive boost in agility and prevents death from falling. This spell must be used with care, for while this spell protects from great falls, it does not prevent tumbling down the underlands, a fate often considered worse than death. Really? Dispel removes all summons and status effects from the caster, good and bad. Bone key? A key made of chiseled down bone and placed to the ear, a very quiet voice can be heard. Seek the swamp, it seems to say. Seek the shell that points to the sky. False monstrance? This perverse tangle of cheap silver wire is formed into a strange rune that fills the enticed with deeper fervor and ferocity for their false cause, driving them to fight with increased attack power. Best spell in the game spotted. You talking about Agility's addendum? Probably. This ring increases the wearer's defense. Such protective charms work by hardening the skin of the wearer, though extended use can stiffen joints and in more disturbing cases cause petrification. And an apostatic union passport. Does this one cost the same as the fake one? Or the forged one that the... It does, doesn't it? Okay, so they'll take 48 for the treasure as well. So that's probably worth about the same to everybody. I have things that I want to spend gold on. I have things that I want to spend gold on, but I want to make sure I know how much gold I have to spend before I go spending money. Obviously, I want to keep 200 gold to buy the house. This contraption seems to require a key. The bone key, perhaps? Probably not. Oh, hang on. This is totally climbable. Oh, yeah. Bark from the other side, but I fucking... Okay. Okay, don't give up, Mac. There might be more to this. Huh. Hi, Ray. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking it on the way in. I appreciate that. The prequel Star Wars are better than the original, and I think the sequels get too much hate. Episode 6 is the best in the series. That might enrage some people. It's not going to enrage me because I have no attachment to Star Wars, but that might enrage some people. Welcome to the Glorious Garments. I can tell you're a customer of exemplary taste. I have a selection of fine attires to choose from. If you're interested, I can explain the specifics of tailoring. Scruffy cap. Union for the furnishings. That's more furniture. And he won't buy my stuff. Does he have a loom? How do I upgrade my clothing? First, you'll need to find a crafting station. One in the weapon shop. Okay, I see. Is this like a general goods store? Welcome to the Bubbling Brew. We sell a wide variety of useful items from healing potions to alchemy ingredients. There's also an alchemy station in the corner. If you possess some chemical ability, it's free to use, and I can assist with the process. So he sells alchemy ingredients and potions. Of course, that makes sense. And he'll buy that same stuff off of me. That also makes sense. Only 3 gold for a health potion? Surprisingly cheap. I don't particularly care for Star Wars, but Star Trek is consistently above most Star Wars media, even if some may be better on subjectivity. Countryside is teeming with goblins and unsavory creatures. Only a fool ventures forth without a sharpened blade. Here at a fair blade, we've plenty for sale, and you can use our craftization to modify your gear. A fine sword. Probably not worth buying. I think I'll hold off on that. Am I full on throwing knives? Should I sell some so I have room for more? Because if they're worth... Are they worth 2 each? Because if they're worth 2 each, I can make a fair amount of money selling those. I think I'll just focus on upgrading my stuff instead of buying more stuff. Don't have enough for the fine sword upgrade. That's okay. Nice! I have a proper sword now. You can also experiment with them in alchemy. The potions, you mean? Using potions to make more potions? What the? Hold it, he looks at the box. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. What you got there? Oh, the throwing knives, right. No show reached the peak levels of Star Wars. Waiting for Odo to cook, please. That I'm not a Star Wars fan, so I guess I can't really say, but I would heavily disagree with that. What do I tell this guy? Making a delivery for... These are... I'm going to play dumb. These are silks from Bayonne. He chuckles. Like I've heard that one before. You know, you got a real problem with smugglers in Halo. A lot of legal goods slipping through the net. So I ask again, what's in the box? I was told there were silks, but I have not looked. I'm not going to work on charm. Silk's my arse. Let's have a look then. He cracks open the box. A writhing tentacle creature stares up with an assortment of eyes. Yep, this here's a Typhos. That's a creature from Lundell, used for poisons. Now, what's a vagrant like you doing such a thing, eh? I can tell you, the Inquisitors won't be kind. You'll be hung from the gallows by week's end. I was set up. I didn't know what was in the box. He rolls his eyes. Don't bother. You've wandered in the spider's web either way. Take whatever you want. Just let me go. You vagrants, criminals, and pagans ought to be quartered. Without a word, he grabs a variety of valuables from your bag. What the fuck? Okay, so he took one of each potion. He took my beer. That's not so bad. I'll live with that. I'm in a good mood, so I'm going to let you off, but your little box is staying with me. I don't give a fuck. I should get this fucker to pay me back. I'm counting on you now. Are you kidding me? I can't even, like, get them to tell me what the fuck. I guess I should have crossed the bridge and gone to the inn at night. I forgot about the box. I knew I was smuggling something, but I didn't think I was going to get stopped on the bridge. You suck. Philosopher's Stone, best Harry Potter movie, the Half-Blood Prince, best book, cold take J.K. Rowling as an awful human being. Yeah, no, she is a terrible person. And I've never watched or read Harry Potter, and I won't, because I don't want to support her. You guys supposed to deliver the box too? Man cracks you a thin yellow smile. Name's Bardolph. I don't think I know you, friends, unless you got business I suggest you try. I nearly got arrested thanks to your poisonous tentacle cargo. He burst into a wheezy laugh. I'd love to see the look on that guard's face. Inigo will be pissed at losing her conviction, but it's no skin off my back. You proved yourself willing, at least. Look, we're always in need of folk like yourself. If you want more work, head down to the slums past the docks. Look for a bust of a skeleton in one of the houses. Give it a yank, and it'll let you through the lost purse. Find Inigo there, and she'll have more work for you. Inogen. Is that the Lost Purse is the place that I found before? I've already been there. Welcome to Wobbly Noggin, friend. You look like the adventurous sort, so take some advice from an old fool. If you're exploring the countryside, come back and rest often. Thanks. Can you assassinate the guard and steal the box back? I don't think so. I don't seem to be able to just kill random people. Madoka Magica is better than Golden Convoy. Golden Convoy doesn't start strong ammo, doesn't have the peaks. Is that... You know what? You're allowed to have bad opinions. We already know the level of reading comprehension you're at, Yusuf, so... I'm gonna disagree with you on a hard level. Trying to 100% achievement in Death Stranding 1, and I don't know who it was that showed me that setting up ziplines to the wind farm is an option, but by God, it's so good. Man, I probably should have done something like that. Then again, I didn't really find it troublesome to get there. Oh, wait, to the wind farm. Oh, no, that's different. The wind, that would be really good. Holy shit. I thought of the normal farm. Whatever it is, like the wheat farm. The Timefall farm. That's what I thought you were talking about, but that's not the same thing. Yeah, a zipline there would have actually been a godsend. I would have never thought of that. I also never set up a zipline, so... Keep an eye on the Neuron Star, friend. It's got 12-hour pulse cycle, and most of the shops close when it's dark. If you're used to the longer days and nights of some mainland union countries, you may find it strange. Thanks for the advice. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. I'm just dumb. Welcome to Wobbly Noglin. If you're in need of a rest, and vet and ale aplenty. I'm looking for someone. And who might that be? Well, you know of Vela Kalos. He chuckles. What kind of innkeep do you take me for? I've heard more stories about Vela than I can recount. Her Dark Star mercenaries fought in the Slevian Mutiny, the Battle of Weeping Wizards, and on both sides of the Wiccan Uprising of Hockney. They've taken coin from Riovan counselors and occultist villagers alike. He leans on the bar. And when folk ain't been spilling out each other's blood, they've gone a plundering. Iberian ruins, Wiccan shrines, and you know the Tomb of the Deathless Dynast King? That was them that stole his face. He leans in so close you can smell his breath. Some folks say she's a saint who's gonna right the wrongs of the Union, but others say she's a devil who leaves a path of chaos in her wake. But you know what? He jabs the table, eyes wide. She were here once, 2 years ago, her and her load of crew. They kicked everyone else out. Must have been 50 of the sods getting pissed at Skyfish. And I saw that she weren't no saint. She weren't no devil. She were completely shit-faced. He guffaws, wiping a tear from his face. I did warn her about that Typhos rum. We made more coin that night than most weeks, I reckon. Hot take, filler can be good. Filler can be good, but I still don't think it should exist. Like, if you just make a series properly, you don't need filler. Can I ask some questions? I'm supposed to meet someone here. Probably that person right there, if I were to guess. Here's the back door. Here's the upstairs. Oh, this place fucking goes. That's gotta be the bed. That's gotta be the room that you rent, if I were to guess. A Guide to the Oniric Isles by Niccolo Lopo, 1442. It was a sweltering day in Ryova when my editor burst through the door. The twin stars of Vena were dancing high that day, bathing the city in a searing yellow light. "Niccolo!" he yelled, after nearly dislodging my front door from its hinges. The impact of his entry had caused my house to sway, suspended as it was, like all houses in Ryova, from the interconnected web of pulleys, cables, and bridges that kept the city aloft. "You're going to the Oniric Isles," he declared. "Your ship leaves tomorrow." I must confess, I was taken aback. The periodical I wrote for, the Weekly Whale, was mostly concerned with the petty dramas of Ryova's wealthy elite, with little penchant for travel memoir. But then the proliferation of cipher-based periodicals with their self-updating calligraphy was making my editor nervous. He clearly decided that sending me off to the arsend of nowhere, to my certain demise, would titillate our readership and bring in some coin. Many citizens know the Oniric Isles only from fairy tales. It is a small archipelago of political import, drifting around the southernmost edge of the Apostatic Union's borders, while its central region of Hallowshire saw fierce fighting during the God War. It has only recently been absorbed in the Apostatic Union's territorial sphere. What both excited my editor and perturbed myself was the inarguable wildness of these strange islands. They are illuminated by a single neuron star which orbits close to the islands, dousing them in a magenta light. The wicking coven of the worm has long squirmed in the dark recesses of Hallowshire and has caused nothing but trouble for the Union forces stationed there. Similarly, the historic lawlessness of that place has made a dark haven for smugglers, pirates, and brigands alike. Meanwhile, beyond the Union's territory lies even stranger islands. The archipelag's western edges are home to the notorious Endless, who feature in many whispered old wives' tales, but have been rarely glimpsed by mortal eyes. The eastern islands, mind you, are very different. The realm of Cordova, which famously declined to enter the Apostatic Union's commonwealth after the God War, has been found there. Its exact relocation cannot be dated, as it's so often the case with the islands drifting unrecorded through the sky realms, but the strange, complex machines that are being constructed there have caught the attention of many of the Union's scholars and aetherists. To travel to such a place then was a folly of the highest order. Indeed, I would have been turned down the venture in an instant were I not facing imminent bankruptcy. But with a heavy heart, I accepted and began to pack my things. These volumes, originally published in my column in the Weekly Whale, recount my foolhardy venture into the strange and dangerous Oneiric Isles. By the way, you liking Madoka Magica less than Golden Kamuy is a hot take, by the way, Mac. I didn't give an opinion on Madoka Magica. I've never seen Madoka Magica, but what I do know is that Golden Kamuy has a very strong start and very high peaks. So your assessment that it's lesser than Madoka Magica on those grounds is baseless and wrong, I would say. Give me a good example filler, though. And I wouldn't say it's a hot take at all, based solely on the reputations of both Madoka Magica and Golden Kamuy. I wouldn't say it's a hot take at all to feel that Golden Kamuy is the superior story. Oh God, the books are great for lore, but they're so long. It's my throat's feeling it. This game puts my throat through the fucking works. Don't say anything on that about anything I just said. Recollections from the God War by Juliana Liddell, 1412. Before our airship rose a writhing mass of flesh, taller than any tree, any structure, any living thing. It filled the horizon with its ghastly form. A hand rose to thwart us, or should I say, many hands, for the thing's flesh bubbled and boiled with a minute approximations of the whole. Its arm was made from many arms. Its screaming face had countless gaping mouths. The captain's voice bellowed across the deck. Being no Navy woman, I cannot recount these orders, but the ship began to lurch to the side, a futile attempt at evasion. With an almighty crash, I was flung against the ship's bow. We spun in freefall. Through splinters and dust, I could see the other half of the ship. We had been split in twain, and the ground was rushing to meet us. The ship exploded into fragments as it struck land, but I did not feel the impact. I levitated just inches from the wreckage, a glow encircling me. I could see the hands of an erudite academy scholar buried in the rubble. It twitched, the glow flickered, and I fell safely to the ground. I knew not who saved my life in place of their own, but I think of them often. The creature towered above me, staring with many eyes, howling with many mouths. These were the closing months of the God War, and the Wiccans had become desperate. Faced with their annihilation, they had embraced practices that had long been forbidden. Whatever lurched towards me had once been a god, though it could not be called that anymore. As it raised its arms to strike me, its bulk blocked the light of the neuron star. Against my better judgment, against the very ideology to which I had committed myself, I uttered a prayer to my family's patron god, a god I had seen cut to pieces not a month before. Who knows? Maybe some vestigial remnant of that god yet remained and took pity on me. A hideous noise erupted from the monster. Its flesh had always shifted in some eldritch pattern, but now it appeared to flow like liquid. Huge chunks of it began to drop to the ground, exposing glimpses of a skeleton. Whatever spell the Wiccans had cast, whatever power flowed through this entity, it was failing. At that moment, our sister ship burst from the clouds at blistering speed. A dozen cannons erupted into fire, and the creature rippled with explosions. A void stone lance, itself the size of a small vessel, was flung directly into the monster's skull. The thing buckled and bent under its own weight. It appeared to be melting. The skin tore around its neck and its head bent back in an unnatural way, eventually dropping to the ground. I would later discover that it crushed a nearby pub. After a few moments, all appeared to be left was a steaming mound of flesh and bone. What's up, Sammy? How you doing? Noah, welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking it on your way, and I appreciate that. Do you know of the thief and the cobbler? I do not. Having read Kamui, watched Kamui, and been moved/inspired enough to make music for Mack's magnum opus, I can safely say that Kamui is far better than the majority of things I've watched that's read. Madoko is great, but like Kamui floored me personally. It's really just pure gold. The game is out. I forgot it existed, but I'm curious to see more of it. This game is out. Dread Delusion? It's been out for a while, hasn't it? I feel like the peaks of Golden Kamuy. I have one lockpick left. Please. Yes. The peaks of Golden Kamuy are different from other series. You know, Golden Kamuy isn't flashy very often. It's not flashy. It's not explosive. Its peaks are in its writing and its ability to wow you with like the holy shit moment. Oh, good. 3 lockpicks. That's lovely. Bloody lovely, mate. If during hot takes, shonen fights being interrupted every 5 seconds, just the pro tag can say something like he's so fast, like I can't see their moving. Opponent is moving fast is really annoying. I think there's certain series that do it better than others, but a lot of series need to be better about recognizing that they are visual and they can describe things visually. They don't need to tell you what's going on. I have unspent delusions. I'll put another point in the guile. Do you think the distinction between high and low art is a real thing? I would say in a sense, yes, because ultimately there is some art that is of a higher value than other art in the sense that it provides more, it gives you more when you partake in it. But drawing a line and saying this is high art, this is low art, to me that's a useless conversation. There's no purpose to that. The man drums his fingers on the table as his eyes dart around. He does not look at you as he speaks. Be gone with you. I'm waiting for someone. I believe you're waiting for me. The person is me. I'm with the Inquisition. His eyes snap towards you. So you're the agent. Must admit, I expected someone a little more, he spits, inquisitorial. I can say the same to you, old man. A thin smile betrays itself. It's true, these old bones ache, but at least I'm a free man, eh? I can see the shackle marks on your wrists. You're not an agent, you're a confessor. Those bastards, they mean to insult me by sending one of their expendable rabble. They've hunted me for years, and now they don't even deign to send an agent? He looks around, at least not to my face. He hisses, teeth gritted. So out with it, confessor. Has she found it yet? Is it alive? Has who found it? Vela, you inebriated fool. Who else would I be speaking of? For a moment, he simply stares at you, brow furrowed. They really haven't told you anything, have they? I may as well be speaking to a silk slug. Do you at least know where Vela is? She escaped on a sloop. He nods. Sounds about right. She'll have gone to the Underlands to rendezvous with any dark star that are still loyal. He gazes out the window pane. Of course, the question is where? The Underlands are far larger than the Sky Realms. She could be anywhere. How do you know Vela's gone there? She hunts something there. She has done for years. Something of terrible power. I can't tell you exactly what it is, only that she plans to use it to meddle with reality itself, which could be the doom of us all. She'll help me find Vela. That's the deal I've struck with your Inquisition, isn't it? Hunt my former comrade and my Darkstock crewmates for the Polymath's pardon. After this, I'll be a traitor to everyone. He sighs, leaning back. Well then, Confessor, we may as well get to know each other. What did you, he waves his hand around, do before rotting in a cell? I was a scholar. Happier behind a desk than wielding a sword, are you? There's no shame in that, and I suppose those books are quite heavy. If you find yourself in a scrape, you can always bludgeon someone to death with one, no? Anyway, it doesn't matter now, eh? You lost it all, hit rock bottom. That's something I can respect. He smirks and raises a drink to you. As for myself, my name is Jack Basalt. I suppose you've heard of me. He takes a sip from the tankard. Captain Assault, the shame of the Union Navy? Aye, the one and the same. For a time, I was the most respected captain in the Union Navy. I took orders directly from Admiral Kolos, Vela's father. And for 5 years, I trained Vela aboard my ship. Then Vela defied her father, and I fled to become a mercenary. And I followed. I gave up my rank, my station, my ship, to spend my years cavorting with Wiccans and pirates. Shame of the Union Navy, they branded me. He stares down into his drink. But I kept her safe. Was that not also my duty? You're looking extra voluminous today, Mac. I'm assuming you're referring to my hair. I've been doing my hair a little differently the past couple weeks in a way that gives it a bit more volume. So why are you hunting her? You have to understand I love that girl like she's my own. I've seen her grow from a headstrong child into a fierce captain. And there was a time when we were sailing together as Dark Stars when I thought she might be the greatest of them all. So to see her fall into barbarism and villainy has been hard. I can't abide by what she's done or what she will do. She seeks to save us, but she'll likely doom us. So I have to stop her, you see, for her own sake. Nah, he was calling you fat, I think. Well, that would be fair as well. This is looking good. Thank you, no, I appreciate that. How will we find Vela? You're asking me? As I said to your masters, I can provide naught but shreds of information. You'll have to do the rest. What I have for you are 3 names. Names of former Dark Star mercenaries who left Vela's crew after the mutiny. Together, maybe the lot of us can track her down. I'll tell you about these mercenaries. First, there's the Emberian, called that because she's the last of their kind, of course. That's pure squid shit. If she was Emberian, she'd be 400 years old. I've heard talk she's somewhere in Hallowshire. Next, there's the Endless Duchess, a powerful cipher wizard. She went back to her ancestral home in the Endless Realm, and like all those you'll find there, she's cursed to never truly die. He smirks, which means she really is hundreds of years old. Finally, there's Caxton Frost, a genius of the Clockwork Kingdom. That man could engineer a sky ship from a sack of junk. Last I heard, he'd returned to his homeland. And you're sure they'll help us? Am I sure they'll follow you to certain deaths? Of course not, you fool. They'll probably try and cut your head off. But if you want to find Vela, you're going to have to ask nicely. And if they do agree, you lot must have captured Vela's fortress, the Binding Light, correct? I heard the cannon fire from here. Tell you what, I'll head there myself after this little chat, and if you find any of the Dark Stars, send him there and all. He fixes you with a grim stare. And that thing Vela's looking for, she mustn't use it. Nobody must ever use it, you hear me? If you've any sense, you'll make sure it stays buried down there. He shifts, suddenly nervous. Right, well, I think we're done here. About the Dark Stars I'm looking for. Right, you want to hear some more information? Yes, I do. Fat, charming in 2026. Mac looks like he's 40 pounds. More like 150. Not that I should be disclosing that to you guys, but JJK has really clear choreography, and the writers will still stop the fight to explain obvious stuff. Is that the writing for Demon Slayer? That is a problem that it has, for sure. Say more about the Emberian. Oh, does it just repeat this? She was one of the first Dark Stars. It was just me, Vela, and Orlaith looking out on a wobbly sloop. By the end, Orlaith was captain of the ship and second only to Vela. She wears an ancient suit of Emberian armor, and on account of that, folks like to say she's 400 years old. Of course, that's a load of nonsense. After the mutiny, she sat on her own. I heard whispers she set up camp somewhere in Hallowshire, but I can't tell you any more than that. What was the first line? The Empyrean, that's what people call her, but I know her as Orlaith. She's been close to Vela for years, and she's one of the few who can match her with a blade. 140 at 6 feet is actually quite thin. I am not 140. I wish I was 140, actually. It'd be nice if I've tried to lose weight by eating less food over the past couple of years, but I don't know. I seem to be stuck around like low 150s at most. Or at least. Mac is 6 foot. I am. On the dot. I'm 135 at 64 years old, or did you mean 6'4"? If you're 135 at 6'4", you are a goddamn twig. You require food. Jesus. Tell me more about the Endless Duchess. The Endless Duchess, she's a powerful cipher wizard. She went back to her ancestral home in the Endless Realm, and like all those you'll find there, she's cursed to never truly die. Tell me about the Caxton Frost. Frost called himself a techno-archaeologist, and he laughed at that. He'd teach you a brutal lesson. That's why we dubbed him the Professor. Man always was an old odd fish, distant, melancholy. You never could tell what he was thinking, but no one knew more than him about the ancient Imperium machines, or modern ones for that matter. As for how to find him, well, he talks like a posh prat, but he swears like a sailor. Doesn't suffer fools gladly or at all. Has trouble walking. Oh, and he has a moth tattoo on his left ass cheek. I don't think that's that helpful. Now, word on the Dark Star grapevine is that Frost is dead. 2 crewmates saw him jump overboard one night in open sky. After they found a note, he sided with Vela in the mutiny sea and couldn't get over what he'd done. But me? Nah, I won't believe it till I stub my own cigar in his cold, dead eye. Frost always was a patriot at heart. If he's alive, odds are he's back in the Clockwork Kingdom. You know about his tattoo. Salt smirks. I'll leave that to your imagination, Confessor. They fucked. They had sex. I used to be 115 at one point. Jesus, I wish I had your metabolism. I miss being a twink. My twink death was painful. I mourn the loss of my twink self. I got beer. And you really shouldn't let people wander down here. So if I didn't have such a high lore skill, would I not be able to open these or to access these like candlesticks as easily? Because so far I haven't found a single one that I couldn't use. Expressing twink death like you fell from heaven after God withheld his grace. I don't know. I always kind of liked being super skinny. I kind of liked being known as like the stick guy. I didn't mind it at all. And then there was like a moment where like someone said something that wasn't intended to make me self-conscious, but someone said something that made me think like, oh, I'm not as thin as I used to be. And then I started to look at myself in the mirror differently, you know? And now I actually think about the food that I eat and try to lose weight. Lore is what activates the candles, skulls, etc., and your lore is very high. Well, that's what I'm asking. If I didn't have such a high lore, would I, like, not be able to activate those things? I guess the answer is yes. Hey, Markin, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking it on the way in. I appreciate that. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Again, the person in question was not intending to make me self-conscious. In fact, they were trying to compliment me, but it just kind of made me realize that I was not as thin as I perceived myself to be. And I always liked being thin, so that was a kind of a bad feeling. You seem very healthy, though. I am healthy. I'm perfectly healthy. I'm not saying I'm overweight. I'm a very average weight. Weighing 150 to 160 at 6 feet is very normal weight. I just liked being skinny. I liked being underweight. I don't want to be average weight. I wanted to be under. It's self-consciousness built off of nothing, essentially. I have no reason to feel self-conscious about it, I just do. It's always like, it's the separation of the logical versus emotional sides of your brain. Logically, no, I know I'm fine. Emotionally, I wish I was thinner. I guess these fuckers might be able to point me in the direction of the person I need to find. Nope, never mind. Do you know anything? Oh, there's a hole in that roof and a bunch of boxes stacked up next to it. Gee, I wonder what's in there. Hello. Do I need like more delusion to get levels over time, or does it always take like 4 of them? Why can't y'all just use the metric system? Because my brain isn't wired that way. I'm sorry, Markan. I was raised with a certain system that my brain processes. I would have to do a conversion to put my weight in terms of metric, because I don't know. Okay, I want to head back to Quill and try to find that one guy's room so I can use the mirror as a fast travel point. We don't need to do the metric versus imperial thing again. Yeah, we've had that conversation. I'm sure it'll come back up, but you know, we've had that conversation for this like set of months. I guess it's better to be thin than fat, even though from a health perspective it really isn't. Again, I'm not fat. I know I'm not fat. I know I'm a very average weight. Maybe even on the lighter side of average. Again, I liked being skinny. I fully recognize that I have no reason to feel self-conscious. I just do. Gotta ask your wizard friend for a diet potion. I really like the idea of being a skinny twink, but I also like the idea of being buff. What? Okay. I like the idea of being a skinny twink, but I also like the idea of being buff. Not like Toto buff, but like Megami buff. I'm thinking of working out half my body, so I'll have a twink and twunk side. That's really funny. I would love to be like buff and muscular, but I don't have time in my schedule to invest into going to a gym. Like, I work a full-time job, I spend a bunch of time making videos, and occasionally, sometimes, I like to have leisure time. So I don't really have room in my schedule to work out. As much as I know it would be good for me, and as much as I would feel better about my appearance if I did, it's just one of the, you know, you can't do everything. And that's one of the things I've chosen to not do. Just a lettuce smoothie in the US, and that's the diet potion. So the neuron star doesn't move throughout the day the way a sun would. It's just brighter or darker depending on the day or time of day. So, which building in Pwill seems like it has a secret area? They said Dwin was letting people in. So I had to find a person named Dwin to find the secret room. I feel like it might be the mayor's house. I would need to wait until night to be able to crack into there. It kind of spins around the sky, islands, and Brighton/Dims. Okay. I guess I have to find a building that seems like it has a secret room. I don't think this place has a secret room because I know that that's like a staircase up to the inn room. I was thinking the mill might be it. Because I thought I saw the mill rotating in here. No, I can see this whole building, so that's not it. You have like a room upstairs, don't you? I don't think this is where it would be, but I love that these signs like work, or they're just like a magical barrier that you cannot pass. If they take the sign down for the night, you can get through, but if it's up, you cannot. I don't feel like this place would be inaccessible at night. Where am I currently? So I'm on this... I feel like where I was on the northern edge of Quill when I teleported. So what buildings are on the northern edge? There's the inn. Let me talk to the innkeep again. I don't remember what his name is. If he's Dwin, then that pretty much tells me that this is the place. It is Dwin. Quill had a certain reputation for smuggling. He shoots an angry glance. A lot of folk talk about that. A lot of folk don't know what they're talking about. Sure, a lot of mercenaries have set up shop around these parts, and yeah, we trade with them, but here in Quill, we pay our taxes just like anyone else in the Union. That's why old Colwich went to Ryova to learn the weight master and all. His eye is narrow. And if you've been snooping around, seen some things you don't like the look of, I advise you to keep your trap shut. I don't pay Nut over there just for his looks, you know. He protects my business interests, hear me? Oops. So... there's gotta be... I don't think it's in his inn, though. Feels like there's gotta be a secret entrance somewhere else. What it looked like from the other side was a wall in some building that opened up. We can revive Manga Club with a reading of Kengan Ashura? Why would we? Working out in the morning has helped me a lot because I have a paper in it. I have a paper that says go eat on the door. Working out tends to require more discipline than anything else, at least for me. I know that working out would be good for me. I just don't have room for it in my schedule. Mary's starting to say you never paid them. Well, I never paid them the full amount, no, but that's because they made ghastly mess of the whole thing. I hired them to clear out a few Nautilops from the surrounding forest. They managed to kill a measly 3 and then had to retreat because one of their men tripped and fell on his own spear. I mean, what kind of idiots are they? About your son. Oh, so you're the vigilant stranger who saved my son. I really cannot thank you enough. I don't know what I would have done had he... She sniffs, tears in her eye. I know I can be distracted sometimes, but it's only because I want Quill to be a perfect home for Lud. I suppose I took it too far considering what he tried to do. Please, I want you to have the most valuable thing I possess. Wow, these healing herbs from my garden. It's not very valuable. I'm looking for Darkstar mercenaries. I already talked to her about this. I really wish I could open that secret passageway from the other side. Maybe I can and just didn't find out how, but I did look. I have no idea where the entrance is or how to get in there, but it would be really convenient if I could. How can I get this guy to disclose his business? Can't I just tell him I know? Is that Scryshroom tree you're drinking? Indeed. Tell me, did old Dwin over there give you a speech about how he outsmarted his business rivals by drinking the stuff? Yes. I thought as much. The funny thing is he doesn't touch the stuff. It's more of a sales taxi, you might say. Whenever he does drink scry shroom tea, he tends to get rather emotional, and he grins, empties his bowels prematurely. You see, scry shroom may be a popular drug, but that's all it is for most people. A party trick for a quick high. Truth is, most can't see the future from the drinking it. The shroom has such a potent psychedelic effect, any premonitions are lost within the fantasy. But the premonitions are there. You just need a low dosage and a certain discerning eye. That's why if you were to say, reach for your blade right now, I'd have my knife at your throat before you knew it. He smiles warmly. Now, is there anything else? Oh, yeah? You're full of shit. Seems he doesn't like me enough to tell me about the secret room with the endless in it. If you need another riddle, let me know, but I fear they'll just go down in quality. Give us another one, Bill, for old time's sake. There must be something I'm missing. Have you seen any anime recently? I really have not watched any anime of late. I haven't, oh, I've been watching Comey Can't Communicate. I finally got around to watching that. It's pretty fun. You a cat or a dog person? I am a cat person, but I like both. I wouldn't adopt a dog personally because they're too much work for me. I like dogs, but I like cats more. They're so chill and easy to take care of. What turns to dust but doesn't blow away? That big ass mushroom, perhaps? What turns to dust but doesn't blow away? Behind the waterfall. Nothing behind the waterfall. Game sucks. What turns to dust but doesn't blow away? I don't fucking know. That looks like a door. Maybe it's the wall of this thing that opens up. Riddle makes no sense. Damn. I'm fatigued again. Maybe I have to go down there and do something. That would make a lot of sense. It's the hidden area. Mack, the type of guy to open YouTube and search Zenitsu coolest moments. I know what type of person you are, Mack. Are you just trying to slander me? What turns to dust but doesn't blow away? Your mom? You called me a Demon Slayer fan? Well, let's be real here. Let's be honest. You like Nezuko and Tanjiro as a couple, don't you, Mac? No, I don't. I know a lot of Demon Slayer fans do. Maybe if I drink the tea and then talk to the old man, he'll be like, oh, this dude is cooked. He won't remember anything I'm about to tell him. And then he'll tell me where the lever is. Or where the door is. They look cute together, don't they, Mac? Nezuko is adopted Mac. Is she? Is that lore I don't know about? I don't think that's true. I think that's not right. I feel like I can respect cats more. A dog's whole life revolves around its relationships, be that with its owner, other pets, or family, but cats are independent with their own ideals, goals. Yeah, I like that cats are much more individual and just kind of live their lives with you being a part of it, as opposed to you being their entire life. What about bunnies? I've never had bunnies, so I guess I don't know. What goals do cats have? Eat, maybe? Sleep. Eat and sleep and play. And occasionally find somewhere warm to lay down on. Alright, I feel like I can take pride in the fact that, like, I was able to parse 2 of Bill's riddles to find an answer. I have no fucking clue what this third one means. What turns to dust but doesn't blow away? That's some bullshit right there. Alright, I'm gonna do something stupid. I'm gonna buy a night in the room just so I can look around and see if I can find something. Nope. I think not. I do need to sleep because I'm fatigued anyway. Let's sleep tonight. Let's sleep tonight so I can go break into people's houses and we'll see if we can figure something out then. But dogs look at me as a leader of their ferocious group. Cats look at me as the leader that gives them cat food and can be yelled at if I forget. I find that one much easier to keep up with. It's kind of unfair. Cats and dogs are pack animals and naturally look up to you as a leader. They're literally bred that into them over thousands of years. Cats do not look at you that way. Cats look at you like other cats. I don't have a lot of lockpicks, so I have to hope my luck is good on these doors. I think the answer to the riddle is my ex-wife's alimony. Hey, hey! I said dogs, Mac. You said cats and dogs. Reread your own message, Markan. Cats and dogs are pack animals that naturally look up to you as a leader. If you mistyped, that's on you, but I did not misread. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, that's just the door. Power scaling, who's stronger? Shippuden Sasuke and Boruto Sasuke. I don't fucking know. Probably Shippuden Sasuke because he was more relevant so he could do more. My bad, Mac. I meant to just say dogs. Yeah, it is your bad. It is your bad. How dare you try to come at me for that shit? Can you power scale Tony the Tiger versus Captain Crunch? Well, oh, that's tough, isn't it? Because Tony's got the muscles. Like, Tony's fucking fit. That dude is huge. But the captain's got a fleet, you know? I think it's got to be the captain, right? Because he has military power. What's wrong with power scaling? That's a consensus you don't like Dragon Ball. I guess I just don't find it to be a very fruitful conversation, you know? I like power scaling as a joke. I like power scaling for memes. Where does Lud sleep? Where does her son put his head down? The innkeep has to have like a secret basement or something, I think. What's up with this spooky helmet? Why does everyone have these monoliths? What's up with those? That's good. I needed that. I'm going to sleep because I'm rationally, irrationally angry. I'm sorry to hear that, Ramu. I hope you sleep well. I'm sorry to hear that you're angry. Thanks for hanging out, Ramu. Okay, who wins, Zoro or Ben Beckman? We don't know enough about Ben Beckman's abilities or what he can do, so. Same with Shanks. Haven't seen enough. Power scale Luna versus your carpet right now? My carpet wins because Luna's too good to scratch it. Luna's a really good cat and she's really smart. She knows what she is and is not allowed to scratch, so she does not scratch my carpet. TLDR comparing cats to dogs and cats is like comparing apples and oranges. I hate apples to oranges saying because the two are incredibly comparable. I think it's, you know, ultimately, yes, they are different, but that's why we're comparing and contrasting them. We are comparing and contrasting them based on their differences, so. All right, streamer, we need another riddle. I do, because I have no fucking clue what that means. And I'm really hungry and meant to stop streaming like almost an hour ago. But I wanted to just finish this one thing. And I thought it would be a quicker task than it is. No, don't tell me anything, Bill. Don't fucking tell me anything. This is the door right here. I was right to look in here. I just missed it. Fuck. Damn it. All right, we got it. I don't know what the fuck that has to do with dust. What turns to dust but doesn't blow away? Wheat? Chaff? A mill? I still don't know what that means. Mac, would you like to play trivia? No, I would not. The answer to my riddle was windmill. It turns to make things into dust. I would never have gotten that. All right, so I'm going to sell my stuff to you. That earns me a fair amount of coin. So with my 597 coin, I could get the agility spell. I'm thinking this Cosmos cloak might be a good purchase. And I would still have enough money to buy the house if I decided to do that. I mean, I'm not exactly going for a stealth run here, but I do use stealth to get the drop on enemies quite a bit. So being more stealthy couldn't hurt. Ooh, and this leather gives more agility. Maybe I should I'll buy that too. Buy that. Buy this. Like both of those things. And I believe this is, yeah, some kind of equipment. I think that's a good buy, I think. Are you excited to play GTA 6, Captain? No, I will not be playing it. At least at release. Because, first of all, I'm not going to buy it on console. So, the fact that it's not coming out on PC at the same time means I'm not going to buy it. I also don't fucking care about GTA. Like, they're okay games. I'm not nearly as excited about it as anybody else. I really couldn't care less, honestly. Like, I might buy it when it's like 90% on sale 5 years from now. Mac, I'd actually destroy you in general knowledge trivia. Maybe. Who knows? I didn't misread that. I read it with his autocorrect, or with his corrected word, just so everyone knows, before you try to make fun of me for something I didn't do. You bastards. I didn't think about the fact that I'd have to lockpick every time I want to get in here. That makes using this place as a bed less good. Fuck, this is the wrong one. This isn't even the place with the bed in it. Fucking broke in the wrong place. This is the place. And this one has an easy lock. So this is a good place to go sleep at night. If I don't want to go to the inn. Because having to get a 3 or above is not hard at all. The real question is, though, can I get out of here? Because, like, if they have the stop sign up, I might not be able to get out of this place once I sleep here. Let's see. Why does this dude have have so many paintings of the Silk guys? Can I just like jump over the railing? I can't jump over the railing. I guess I might only be able to use this bed if I'm gonna wake up at night. You can home teleport. Oh. That's clever. I don't know where my home is set right now, though, is the thing. I think it's this town, but okay, good. It is this town. Good idea, Bill. Mac, World War II or World War I, who's better? You mean which war is better? I ain't answering that shit. All right, now what kind of... so the leather I just picked up is... probably uses silk to upgrade, so I may be able to upgrade it. Yeah, thief armor. Plus 20 agility. I like that. And then need what do I need? Assassin's brigandine. What is that material? I don't know what that is. Fine silk or something. All right. We've made some fucking progress today. Look at all these stats I've got. I will buy Agility's Addendum, I think. Being able to just negate fall damage is huge. I don't understand what this bone key does. When placed to the ear, a very quiet voice can be heard. Seek the swamp, it seems today. Seek the shell that points to the sky. I'd like to think that this is like a skeleton key of some kind, but I don't think it is. Okay, so now I have 400 bucks left. I can buy the house if I want to. All right, I'm going to call it here. I am quite tired. Not tired, that's not the right word. Just tired out. I need to get some lunch. I need to rest my vocal cords. So, I appreciate you hanging out today, everybody. I think I will play more Dread Delusion on stream. I was worried that it was too dialogue heavy, but I think there's enough time spent outside of dialogue that it's okay if there's still a lot of dialogue. So I'm having fun with it. I think I'll keep playing it, much to Bill's delight. It's a fun game. Do you guys like it? A lot of room for conversation, isn't there? All right. I appreciate you, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll catch you next stream. Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye.